Hey, how's everybody doing? Time to probably annoy a bunch of people. Penny is up. Let's go start there. It's a great way to start the night.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Just trying to get the Pyros crystals.
Yee.
I'm just trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do.
Try to piss off as much people as possible.
Apparently giving away gil pisses off people, so I mean, you know, it's the... whatever, man. It's whatever.
Wait, what?
Giving away all this gil, man.
That made people mad?
Oh my god, Reddit got pissed.
Yeah, Reddit was
That's
upset
funny.
about it.
What? Why?
Because
they're dumb.
So here's how jaded Reddit gets, right? I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. They're jaded about a scam, so they don't want the nice thing that can happen because of the bad thing that has happened. Even though the nice thing is clearly a troll job that's benefiting the community, making fun of the scam that harms the community. Yeah. So.
Damn it, none of us are on classes that can pull. Oh, wait, never mind.
What are you talking about? I can pull anything, anytime, anywhere. Let's do this.
I didn't see you on Warrior, I'm sorry.
I always lag so bad out here. Penny does not like me.
There's a lot of people as well.
Oh, that was actually even an appropriate pull time. Like, I don't even feel bad about that.
Mm-hmm.
It was early, according to whatever the hell they were shouting, but F that.
They said 250.
Okay, so I pulled it a minute early, which was already a 3-minute wait.
Yeah, they'll make it. People just freak out over nothing, of course, as always.
It's fine. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood! I'm not even actively trying to contribute to the DPS here. Yeah, seeing as I literally loaded into the instance and it was already up, and I'm here now, I really don't understand why people aren't here if they wanted to be here. Oh wait, they were chasing a bunny all the way out to BFE and wanted everybody else to be inconvenienced so that they could do 2 things at once while everybody else stood there doing no things at once.
Said that they're dying on the way here.
Well, you know, that sounds like a skill issue then. I'm over here just taking vuln stacks. I don't even care. Talia will heal me.
I got you. I gotcha.
You'll heal me. It'll be fine.
Yeah, clearly.
No need to worry about little things like vuln stacks.
No.
I haven't even used all my mitigation yet.
This person's still going. Hey, you said you wanted salt. Here you go.
Yay! Thank you for providing a conduit for me.
I know, right?
To obtain all the salt I need.
Yesterday was Dixie. Today is this.
Dixie's still going. That's fine.
It's because Dixie's an idiot.
That's true. I feel like Dixie and I are gonna get to know each other very soon, and Dixie's not gonna like me.
No.
Because I know Dixie.
I want to return and come back to Elters.
Okay.
I mean,
Dixie doesn't know me personally, but Dixie really doesn't like people that are exactly like me. I don't post on the official forums because, I mean, just to be honest, it's the salt is too. I value my heart health. You know,
yeah.
too much salt, early heart attack. Just the right
Do you
amount
know
of
what-
salt.
Do you know what happened with Dixie, Rowan? Rowan!
Rowan's disappeared.
He's dead.
I know.
Oh.
I'm here. Sorry, I got push to talk on and I forget.
All good.
I don't know who Dixie is.
Dixie.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, alright. Well, Dixie is this person who loves to be a keyboard warrior in the official Square Enix forums.
Very
and will, like,
opinionated person.
yeah, and they I absolutely hate people like playing the game in any other fashion than how they want them to play the game. And so we
And
were
the way that Dixie enjoys playing the game is antithetical to the way that I play literally every part of the game.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically like all those like fun police people from like Crystal and Primal all rolled into like they're like the essence of all of those people put together basically.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
Let's just say they
And,
made a post on the official forums that said that
Yes.
basically we should have a communist revolution and that all property should be returned to the people and that no one should own more than one house.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, point being is that Kyle, Ronan, and I were leveling our Dynamis alts yesterday or the day before, and we were like we had already started prepping and pulling everything. We had a small party. Like there was literally like 5 people in instance by the time Ducks pop.
And there's a fairy right here by this crystal, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
got
already
it.
got it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I want to refresh it if you're gonna pop it.
I already popped it again, sorry.
So
That's okay.
we were yeah, we were just prepping and pulling, and like everyone who was in instance was like in a party with us or they were following us around. Like they were totally fine with everything that we were doing until Dixie showed up. And then Dixie, like as soon as they pop in, they spam that dumbass like NM train macro. And we were like, we already started the NM train, like you don't need to start another one. And they're like, oh well, I'm like bringing my friends and FC mates through Eureka, so I guess I'm gonna have to re-instance. And I was like, okay, bye, like
Oh
have
well,
fun.
I'm in charge, and so if someone else is in charge, that's unacceptable to me.
Yeah.
I need you to stand down. No. Okay, well then I'm gonna leave. Oh, okay.
Pretty much, it's like okay, like bye. But then they proceeded to like follow us around for a couple NMs, right, with the people that they were dragging through Eureka.
Which is
and
fine.
Then they just
Yeah.
kept, which is fine, but they kept bitching every 2 seconds, being like, I guess I'm just used to JP where we don't just face pull everything. And like we wait for people and we're like polite and cordial to everyone. I'm just like, oh my fucking god. I'm gonna lose my mind here. And I'm just like, well, and Kyle and I were just like, well, we're not doing it this way right now, so if you don't like it, you can go find another instance like you said you were gonna do. And eventually they left.
Nice.
Yeah, oops. It was just so fucking funny.
Oops, my ass.
That actually was an oops. I didn't actually mean to grab that, but I mean it happened, so I'm just gonna go with it. Everybody else jumped in too, so they could have just let me die.
And they should have been nearby anyway because Penny's right there, but you know.
No one's complaining.
Yet.
Maybe that oops was a big enough apology for all of them. They were satisfied with that. They said, "Oh, he said oops." Maybe that's what we've been missing all this time. We should just say oops.
Oops, that was an accident. My bad.
I wonder how many times I can say oops before somebody says something about it.
Oh my god. Can you grab these mobs that are like eating my ass, please? Thanks.
Fine. Making me work.
I'm sorry.
You know it's my off day.
I mean, yeah.
It's always my off day unless, well, no, Saturday's probably also my off day. Let's be real. I made Kyle form my party on Saturday because I just wasn't doing it. Like, Kyle, are you gonna form a party? He's like, I'm gonna be AFK half tonight. I was like, that's fine. I mean, you're just leading the party. What do I care?
He never told me why he was like quiet.
We hung out afterwards. I mean, like, it's not like anything was up. He was just, I think he had some stuff going on. Yeah, he was fine. He was just...
His mom probably called.
Maybe. My mom stopped calling me. She calls my wife now. She doesn't even bother. Actually, I take that back. My mom calls me when my wife doesn't immediately answer. Oh, Elders is up. And then she calls me and says, hey, your wife didn't pick up. Can you ask her to call me back? All right. Hi, Mom. I love you too, Mom. Yeah. Have her call me back. Oh, okay, Mom.
Wow. Don't you love it when your spouse becomes...
Warm, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hi.
She's using Instagram filters on me.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Insta.
Beautiful.
The only filters my wife ever uses on me are the ones where like they make you make like that sad face. She's always trying to put that on me. I don't like that one.
Yeah, because it's like, honey, I'm already depressed. Stop it. I don't need a reminder.
You're beautiful.
Oh man.
Aw.
That was such a supportive comment. That's a good wife. You're winning. You're on top of things.
We support Mrs. Rowan here in this house.
Yeah, everyone supports Mrs. Rowan.
Oh, this one's.
Oh, I think somebody else already pulled.
It was me. Run.
Oh, it was you? Oh, you just want me to grab it? Fantastic. All right, hold on. Let me level sync. Hold on, let me level sync. There we go. All right, I got
I
you.
don't like it.
Well, it's just what you look like with your eyes closed.
Like, you're.
It is kind of okay. That is kind of weird.
Love that she's cackling. It's so funny.
Somebody's still here on the mount.
It's worse than the one that makes you.
All right, whatever. I guess they don't want credit.
Why are they laughing? Just go.
I don't know, man. I don't understand. I really don't understand why I'm so bad at farming salt. Like, I used to be so good at it. People used to get so mad at me. Now they don't even recognize it. Maybe they all blocked me. They don't even know I'm here. Maybe that's what happened.
I don't know.
Now I'm starting to be sad. Because if they did block me, then there's no hope. How am I going to farm salt? Oh, wait. I have multiple accounts. I need to switch it up. That
You literally
makes sense.
just come over here with BA. Come over here with BA and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that actually is ultimately my plan. So
Yeah, I can't wait to bring Eureka here. It's gonna be so fucking funny.
I'm what am I at? I'm at like 25 now, something like that. And
Yeah, I'm like
challenge log
23.
resets tomorrow. I'm super
I know,
excited.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna be 40 in like 2 hours.
Yep. We'll go and then we'll come over here and we'll spam these stupid sprites.
This is my favorite zone. It really is. I think this is probably not most people's favorite zone, but it's definitely mine.
Nemo's
I-
is still my favorite.
I actually like Pagos, believe it or not.
It's okay. It's kind of boring.
Pagos is pretty in certain areas, but I just hate the stupid like drop down bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Do you have a tracker?
that was
For now.
very FF11 though. Like heavy FF11. It's like that's all you did. You just drop down everywhere.
I feel like Animos is most like 11. Like out of all of the different zones, I feel like that's the one that's like has the most 11 spirit for me. Maybe it's because like you can get the boots and the scorpion harness and like I don't know. It just felt more like 11. This doesn't feel like 11 at all to me.
I guess we could do
Pyros? No.
graph, hey?
I'm actually there. I just killed. Oh, there it is.
Oh!
I just prepped that shit.
Nice.
You like pulled half a mob.
I was gonna go like actually try to prep something, but thank you for stopping me from making that mistake.
Let's go!
I'm gonna give it like 15 seconds.
No,
Just
I
kidding.
already pulled it! Run! Save me!
It's not our problem anymore.
Woo!
I don't save early pullers.
Wow.
Oh my god. Bullet train. Oh, damn. Bricks. That's dropped like that's going for like $1 million now, by the way.
It's crazy.
Like
I mean,
What is?
everything is like going for like $1 million now.
and even more so on Dynamis.
Oh my gosh, everything over there is going for like $2 million.
It's crazy. Like, the glam that you get out of Eureka is actually worth something there.
Like it's honestly almost
Yeah.
got me reconsidering my I will never use the market board again position.
Yep. I've been just been like popping all my things and selling everything
Oh,
that's
God.
in them. Because even the materia sells.
You're
like
just
the
you're just trying to get me to open up boxes. That's really what
Oh,
you're over there. I see the angle you're trying to. Yeah, okay, all
trying to
right.
help you get money.
You're just trying to tell me to open up my boxes. That's what you're doing. The whole conversation was a setup. I see.
My God.
All right. I see how it is.
You're giving me way too much credit. Do you think I'm that manipulative?
I don't know. You play the long game sometimes. You play the long game sometimes.
You, this is true.
So,
yes.
I got to keep my eyes open around you. See, with you, I feel like the long game's definitely more likely. Like with Rowan or Kyle or any of the rest of these knuckleheads, like it's instant gratification, right? They ain't got time to wait around and play some long
Nope.
game. They just gonna try it now, and
It's
I
my
don't.
money and I want it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We're over here with the
long
JG
game is
Gentworth.
fun.
I play the long game sometimes. I can respect that. I can respect it, but like you got to admit it keeps people on their toes a lot more than the quick hitter. Like the quick hitter, they get you, and then you're like, you got me. You know?
I still laugh at the day that Kyle found out about that retainer that I made with his name. Oh, bro.
How long did you have that?
literally-
Like,
I had it for 2.5 weeks before he found out.
yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you act like, oh, what do you mean I play the long game? What are you talking about? Like, friggin', you're over here like making alts and stashing them on some server that none of y'all ever play on, and then like literally 8 years later, he's like, bro, what's this alt? And you're like, oh yeah, I made that back in 2016. Gotcha. I know you.
It's fun.
Oh crap!
It's to pull Griefer out, get here ASAP.
Instant pull griefer. I didn't even remotely pull any of these last few, but I'm tanking them.
I didn't pull
I
Lyrics either.
don't know who would have pulled it.
No, it wasn't me. It honestly wasn't me. It was already claimed, and I was just like, okay, fuck it, here I go.
Yeah, I was like trying to clear ads, and they were all on people, and so I dragged them away, and then I come back, and I mean it's already engaged, so then I just want to make sure nobody's dying, right? I don't want it to just run around just booping people. It'll be irresponsible as a tank, as a leader in the Eureka community. Can't let that happen. Not on my watch. No ma'am, no sir.
We got Flaros 10-minute window, and then Jack and Glow.
We can do
I'm going to Jack. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to Jack. Oh hey. Somebody. Was that a follow? I think that was a follow. Whoever did that, thank you.
Are you streaming?
Huh?
Are you streaming?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Hi.
Yeah, you get to see all the shenanigans we do in Eureka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
I want everybody to get a front seat view of Eureka. This is how it should be.
These are us right here, us three. They're the people your parents warn you about.
Warn you about? What are you talking about?
mean?
My parents, they wanted me to aspire to be what I've become.
You can take me home.
Right?
I'm good. I behave.
Yeah, like
giggity.
like I'm a leader in the community, right? Right? I give back, right? I'm efficient. I don't waste time, right? These are positive traits. I mean, where I come from. I don't know.
That dragon loves you.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna follow me all the way
Okay,
over
it's
here.
done.
There we go.
I'll do Flaros while you guys are.
Why? Why would you do that? He's gonna pop like.
Cause.
And then I'm gonna have to run over there.
And there's a window.
But it's a bad window.
Oh my God, fine. I'll
It's a
come back.
bad window.
Person's name is Chili on Rice.
I like that. I like chili on
It's
rice.
good. It's good.
My mom makes chili on angel hair pasta noodles.
Oh,
I'm not a big fan of that. That's not.
No.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. I don't know where she got that
Angel
from.
hair. Angel hair's for soaking up sauce.
Yeah, well, I mean, chili's like a kind of a saucy thing, I guess.
Yeah, but
So, I
it's
mean,
got
I-
a lot, like way too much texture for.
Yeah, I don't know. She lived in Kentucky for like a decade, so like, I feel like that's even like
That's
more
long
strange than Florida.
Yo.
Looks like we might have Skull in this instance soon too.
Wait, what? For real?
Puppy, puppy, puppy.
All right. I think I'm
Get
actually.
off my ass.
I think I'm actually also still logged in on Rosalie.
On Dynamis.
Yeah, I think I am. Hold on. No wonder my frame rate's slow. All right, let's fix that.
Yeah, that would do it.
Running 2 instances of the game. Don't mind me. I'm a professional.
Every time I do, my computer sounds like it's it's having
About to
some
take
issues.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's usually not a problem, but probably because I have open a window on Chrome or something. Which I can't break that habit. I just can't. I know that Chrome is bad for me. I know it's bad for me. I know it slows everything that I ever do down. But like I'm already signed into everything there. So
Yeah. At this point, it's a matter of convenience. And,
wait, why is he popping Animos? Why is he popping Pazuzu?
I don't know. Someone, I think Core said that he wanted to do Pazuzu.
Oh, Core was gonna go towards your Animos.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You know what's
I
funny?
have-
People never get mad. Like, well, I can't even get people mad in Pyros. I suck at this point. I cannot get an emotional response from anybody anymore. That's a great question from chat there in
all you
shout
had to
chat.
say was "oops" and all was forgiven.
I know, right? I'm like, oops, and then like, oh, he said oops. Forget this guy. We're gonna go get mad at somebody else. Meanwhile, Kyle just shows up and then like immediately, like he doesn't even leave the town. Like, be careful, this jerk's here. The server's getting
Kyle
deleted.
Called out now.
Kyle gets like immediately called out.
Kyle's like on an alt that he's never before like logged into the game, and people are immediately like, "It's him, get him."
Nice.
Meanwhile, I'm
When he
like
was
over here like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna do everything that pisses you off. How does that make you feel?" They go, "You know what? It's Monday. I've seen worse." I'm like, "Wait, you hate this?" "Yeah, I know, but you know, think about what's going on in the world, man. The war in Ukraine. We got pandemics. Is this really something to get upset about? Like, they're all being measured and responsible, and I hate it."
best.
Like, I mean, you're not as bad as Elon Musk, so, you know, we're just going to ignore you. Oh, speaking of all of that, Election Day is tomorrow. I did not early vote. I
I mean, for you guys.
I did not early vote even a little bit. And I regret that.
I'm gonna have to stop on my way home.
Yeah.
I can't. I go to work. I go to work too early.
Don't you guys like get the day off for?
Ah, that's funny.
Oh, no,
Like they
no,
actually.
this is America. You think that they actually?
Yeah.
Shit.
She thinks they want us to vote or be, you know, civically engaged.
No. This is what happens. No, they cancel school, but now the parents definitely can't go vote, so now they gotta stay home and watch their fucking kids.
Oh wait a minute. Wow, I didn't farm anything this week. I'm getting challenge log notifications on Ronin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same.
I just did for lightning.
I've been on my other characters all week, except for Saturday.
Like I said, I cannot wait until Eureka's here.
Oh man, I'm excited about this new character. I don't think I've actually been this excited about one of my alts in quite a long time. So I'm actually, and this is gonna probably make you groan, but it's fine. I don't care. I'm kind of excited that it's a Lala because I haven't really done that in a long time.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective. Like the world looks different.
Quite literally.
Like, and
I was surprised.
it's like
Sorry,
whenever I'm like on Lala, like I honestly feel like the game is supposed to be designed to be played on those because I think things actually look better from that perspective. But I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change my cat girl. She's been a cat girl for 10 years. She's gonna stay a cat girl.
I love it because she's like the base cat girl.
There was only like 2 models when the game came out, okay? Like literally. What am I supposed to do? They had like literally 2. There we go. There's. I'm just gonna pull it now. We prepped it.
Fantasia, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Why would I Fantasia when I have literally 145 characters? Like why would I even bother Fantasia?
Mm.
Where is he?
I'm almost out of spins.
No one's even shouted that it's up yet. No one even cares. They're just gonna.
There's someone said they're looking for group.
Oh, there we go. All right. Oh crap.
I don't know if they're gonna make it if they're still looking for a group.
I mean, they might. This is a little bit longer one. You got to kill both NMs. I wonder what this is selling for. This is the one thing I haven't checked at all lately.
Alter?
Huh? The
Are you talking about the
minion?
Elven?
Yeah.
The Elven
Oh.
minion? No. Last time when I got it, it was selling for like 16 million. But
Are you serious?
That was like 16 or it was like a year ago.
Well, prices are inflated now, so I don't know. My giveaway is probably not going to help with that inflation problem.
No, it's not. But that was never the point. That was never the point.
I mean, yeah, that definitely wasn't the goal. So I mean, whatever. But like, it's definitely not going to help with inflation. Just dumping all of that back into the market. But to be fair, in the grand scheme of the economy, it's actually not that big of an amount. It's definitely something, but it's not that game breaking.
Oh no, he has Rhino Guard up. Whatever shall he do? Good thing I have Spirit of the Remembered on.
I'm just gonna miss.
Actually, you do have some. Oh my god.
Can somebody faint, please? Jesus.
Yeah.
Griefing.
I don't know, dude. I prot shelled. I did my dorm.
Wait, you did? Oh my god, you did.
Yep.
I didn't even notice.
Prot shelled this entire time.
I've had it on.
Yes.
I've had it on for literally what, 30 minutes now. I didn't have a clue.
I actually refreshed everyone.
I know.
Prot shell.
I know.
My god.
Yeah, if somebody didn't get here, then that's on them at this point, because we're 3 minutes in.
We've been here forever, yeah.
Yeah. We gotta head to Skull, though, because apparently it's coming.
Fine, you gotta hold for Bunny.
Allegedly. Do we know if anybody was actually even prepping it?
I don't think anyone's been prepping it.
People were saying they were.
Our little band of degenerates wasn't prepping it, I know that.
They're not in
Nope.
here, no.
I
Yeah,
ain't prepping shit.
so...
Because
Where's...
they usually
prepping
wait till the
skull.
window's open to prep, don't they?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes.
I never show up to their preps anyways. I'm not touching that
returning.
dragon. I can't return because I've got aggro on it. But I'm definitely just gonna run away.
Oh, skull pop.
Go pop. I just returned. I am on my way.
Yeah, here I go.
You know they're not going to pull it anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna be the ones who pull it. So. Oh, look at you.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
Sharing.
crew in here.
Cheering. Arisu's here. I think.
Not in the zone.
Just relaying. Oh man, somebody's getting kicked less than a minute in the instance timer. It's like the worst time to have your instance timer expire. Hopefully they can get back in.
Look at all these goons.
Oh, and there's the Rin engine.
I'm not gonna lie, I like my island mounts, but they really don't sound right running around in here. I don't think I can ride that mount anymore right now. So, full times now, right?
Yep.
Times now, let's go.
Go, go, go.
And we're full. Let's go. I love it.
Are we taking the doggy to the kennel?
Hell yeah,
Yes.
we are.
Somebody's trying to get it off me.
PT and whenever Ronan gets here, look, they have started. They've singled you out.
And I only pulled like 2 things this whole time. Like,
Yeah, but
but I finally got my attention.
Yeah, they see you tanking, so that they're assuming it's you.
Yeah, of course. Come on, doggy. Come on, doggy. Come on, doggy. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, you're a good boy, Skull. Oh, yes, you're so good. If I get another dog, it's definitely going to be named Skull. My wife's going to have no idea why. I'm not going to tell her either, because she'll veto the... She'll be another name.
Doghouse.
Rin. uh...
God damn it.
Oh.
Ren. I keep missing everything.
If you win the giveaway, you're gonna dump it into a house. If you win first prize, you could dump it in 2 houses. Or second prize, you could dump it into a large house. Or, I think third prize, you could get a medium house at least. Or
Usually
one of the regular prizes, you could just get a regular house, which is also fantastic.
Oh my god.
I'm excited to do the giveaway. I'm not gonna lie. I've honestly been planning this for an extremely long time, an
You have
embarrassingly
been?
long time.
You have been. I'm so glad that I don't have to be tight-lipped about it anymore.
Yeah, now you can actually talk about it.
Beautiful AoE.
Got him! That's me too, but I'm okay because I'm on tank.
That took 0 damage. Yeah.
Honestly, this isn't that much salt. People are handling this quite well.
Yeah, for real.
We got our big boy paints on tonight.
Behaving? What?
I know, people are behaving, everything's chill. No one's being a name caller.
Except Winona. Winona hates you.
Well, you know, I mean, you can't win them all. Is Eureka worth it? Eureka is literally like...
The only thing.
I can't say the only thing, because I do on occasion dabble in other stuff, right? Right? So, I'm in here probably 90% of the time. And I've been in here for like straight 4 years now at this point. Like, I never left. I complete the current content one time and then I come right back here. Yin Yang is coming up, by the way, guys.
Ew.
Scott Pilgrim. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen the Scott Pilgrim movie, and I actually know there's a guy named Scott Pilgrim in the game, but I don't know them. I need to see the movie. Okay, I'll put it on my list. Put it on the list to take a look at it.
Okay.
I've got literally every streaming service known to man, so I'm sure I can find it.
It's a gooder. It's got Chris Evans in it before he was like mega famous.
Okay. Yeah, I can give it a shot. I need
The
something.
comic's pretty good too.
I need something to do when I'm staring off into this space in my ceiling in the middle of the night, not sleeping, and not leveling up another alt.
Pretty much.
I almost like I feel bad. My main alt is like my most neglected alt. All I do on that alt is just collect more gil. No one's here. It sucks.
You're fine. It's fine.
Right.
I don't want to do this. I'm gonna start whining.
Actually, prep.
Core's on his way. It'll be fine.
I'm also
Core
here.
and Ren are on their way.
Yeah, Ren's
Yeah, are they though? Or are they just gonna do what I'm gonna do and just stand here? I'm gonna get the party started, and then I'm gonna see if everybody else just takes
No,
over.
they'll help prep. No, they'll prep.
That's probably more helpful than I typically am then.
Oh, Ren's got me on follow.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. Alright. It's fine. But no, Eureka's freaking awesome. I really, really loved Final Fantasy XI. I played Final Fantasy XI for like a decade. And I wish that there were more horizontal progression mechanics and just MMO stuff in general available today. And there just isn't. And, you know, it's just a constant treadmill for gear that you couldn't give two craps about, and you're just gonna glam over anyways, just to do the next set of content to get the next set of gear. Like, I remember when I got my Joyous, right? Like, that was like literally the best day of like that entire decade. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Joy.
Like, I got that. I was a real red mage at that point, right? It was awesome. And there's not a whole lot of that feeling in this game. Like, this is kind of like that because you get the horizontal progression, right? Where you get to use this gear. Like, I've had this gear for 4 years. I probably haven't glammed it in like 2 years. I just left it. It's there. It's perfect, and it works. And I can just enjoy hanging out and like just being silly instead of just grinding gear and being angry all the time.
You know what was really fun though? I enjoyed playing a White Mage Ninja with a.
Oh yeah, K Club.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah. That's the other thing I liked about that game. I liked that you could do like a whole lot of really weird stuff. Like, because of the sub job system, you could do all kinds of weird stuff. Like, most of the main like in-game like stuff was like unintended gameplay.
Like ninjas tanking.
Yeah,
Completely
exactly.
unintentional.
And now like they work
They
so
embrace
hard. They work so hard in this game to make sure that you play the game exactly the way that they want you to play it. Like, except for in Eureka, right? In Eureka, if you want to be a white mage tank, then have at it. If you want to be a warrior healer, then go to town. Like, you know? So, like, that's why I think that I love playing in Eureka. I think that's why most of the folks that are in a lot of the big Eureka Discords continue to be there and continue to show up year after year, is because it gives you a different style of play than literally anywhere else in the entire game. So
All my friends are here.
yeah, all my friends are here. Yeah, exactly. So the way that it works is you have these things called logograms, which I'm not taking advantage of right now because I'm kind of just being cheap and lazy. But what you can do is you get different abilities and spells that typically wouldn't be available to your toolkit. So for instance, if you're on White Mage and you wanted to tank, you could put on 2 actions at a time. One of them would be like plate bearer, which gives you like a big defense up, so you're beefier, and then one's like what's called incense, and so that's just essentially a replacement for provoke. And so it gives you your provoke, it gives you more tankiness, and then you essentially just provoke and then self heal to generate aggro. Bozja is similar to Eureka. I actually honestly think that the one thing that Bozja does better than Eureka is the lost actions are probably better than logograms. I can objectively admit that.
Yes, agreed.
But everything else about Eureka is better. The zones are more colorful, more exciting. There's drops and stuff that are in these zones that are, you know, fun. The end raid, Baldesian Arsenal, is infinitely superior to DRS in my opinion, and some people disagree with that, but they're wrong. And that's fine. They're entitled to be wrong. I don't judge them. You know, they sometimes people are just wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. I mean, I'll never admit it, but
I was about to say, when do you say that you're wrong? When do you say that you're wrong?
I'll never admit it, but it happens. My wife is going to run in from the other room and start talking about all the times I'm wrong in a second. I'm sure she overheard that comment.
She's gonna be 100% correct about all of it.
You know, honestly, I never played the original Diadem. I never played it. Never once. It wasn't something I was interested in back at that time in my gameplay. So I got introduced to this kind of content when Eureka came out. I decided I'd give it a go, and I literally just never left.
Hey, your health's getting like a little low there.
Yeah,
There,
you know,
never-
I had an overpower spam in my pocket with that raw intuition. So
Okay, I've killed enough mobs. I'm done.
well, yeah, I'm starting to get bored with this.
I mean, we could go over to Iris, but Core and Ren are gonna.
No, it's gonna
sit
pop
here
as soon
until
as we
it pops.
walk away, and then it's gonna get instant pulled, and I'm gonna get
Yeah.
blamed for it, which is gonna be great. Because I haven't gotten that kind of attention in a while. By the way, if anybody's new to me, I
No.
I am unashamedly an attention whore. I am. It's who I am. I'm okay with that. I've accepted that, right? So I like attention, but it's not necessarily in a negative way. I like to help people. I like to teach people stuff. I like to do giveaways.
Uh-huh.
So, there's benefits to giving me attention. The more attention I get, the more helpful I typically am. Would you guys say that's true?
Mm,
There we go. There's my homeboy.
game pop. Oh, and Core pulled him. Let's go.
Hey, Core, where are you going with that? Give me that back.
Going for a walk.
Where are you going? Come
Going
back.
for a walk.
No, he's gonna leash it. Don't leash it. Come on to bed. Don't leash my friend.
Oh, that's how they. Okay, I'm learning astrologian. This is. Yep.
Fine, Core, you can have it. I don't care. I didn't want it anyways. Yeah, Yin Yang is probably the creepiest thing in here.
It's disgusting.
Definitely a juxtaposition to the puppy that we were just playing with. Is this my first stream? No, I stream pretty regularly, but I don't really try to get attention on my stream. Contrast to the statement I just made there. I typically don't. I haven't really advertised my stream very much, but yeah.
Which is a darn shame.
But I'm gonna start making some YouTube videos. Start doing this a little bit more. I don't know. It seems like a lot of the content creators that have been making videos for a long time are either quitting or their stuff's just getting stale and it's boring me. And it's all the same crap. And they're just vomiting it all at us so that they can get their 50,000 views and collect their ad revenue. And everyone introduce themselves. Who's the people with me? So the two people with me are Rowan, who is my... Am I the evil twin this week, or are you the evil twin this week?
I don't know.
Rowan,
It really depends.
Rowan and I take turns getting salty. I don't think either of us are feeling all that salty
true.
today. Like,
That is true.
one of us is usually like bad cop, and then one of us will be like
Okay-ish.
I don't want to
cop.
say good cop because we're not. Yeah. It's like the guy who acknowledges that the other guy is being bad cop. Maybe, I don't know. And then so the other is Talia, and she puts up with
Hey.
us.
Yeah, this is true.
She is at times, and by at times I mean probably most of the time, the voice of moderation. By the way, if you ever see Talia in game, make sure you do a ready check.
No.
Get in party with her. Do a ready check. Make sure she's good to go. So that's her favorite thing in the world.
I hate it.
She always wants to make sure that and Moogles. Loves Moogles. So
You make me hate everything in this video game. Oh my God.
you know what? I'm trying to be an enthusiastic friend. So you tell me that something's important, then I want to make sure that I do that thing because I care about my friends.
So right now, what's important is that we go prep Iris. Okay.
Iris. Okay. Whoa! You just reset the tracker.
I did not.
Somebody just reset the tracker.
Probably Ren.
Why do people post the past? Okay, so Soapbox time. If you do Eureka, there is a website called FFXIV-Eureka.com, and you can use a tracker there to keep track of everything that's up and not up. And you don't ever want to post the password to it because someone will troll that. And someone just did that and they erased the tracker. So now we have no idea what is actually available and what is not. But I'm pretty sure it's just Iris and then we can probably GTFO.
Iris and Glau are up.
I hate Glau. Don't make me go
I know.
over there. Please don't make me
I'm
go
not
over
gonna make you go to Glau. Don't fucking worry.
I just can't stand that one. It's so painful. No one ever goes over there, and then people just go over there and they want to hit it once and then hide so that they don't take aggro from anything. And then it just makes me sad, because then I end up just like solo killing a boss with 60 people in the instance. And you know how hard I hate working hard. I really hate working hard. Looks like a Christmas tree at the Aetheryte. I missed it.
Yep.
Alright.
The only other ones that are soon are Sophie and Ado.
Oh, you had you posted the macro, right?
Yeah, I did.
So at least we know what the timer everything's coming off is.
Yep. So we
Nice.
know what's going on.
Nice. Flowers is still up, but no one cares about that. Penny is not ready. Whatever. If somebody wants to waste their time at Penny, they can waste their time at Penny. I don't want to bother. Okay, I guess this slime's just gonna have to get killed. Oh! How fortuitous.
Go. Kill the slug.
Are we the only people here? That's funny.
I mean,
We told everybody.
literally shouted 2 minutes ago what was up
Yeah, it's true.
and what was being prepped. So if you're not here, you're not here.
I mean, to be fair, it's gonna take us for freaking ever to kill this thing.
Yeah. Remember to... What is it? Roll offensive.
Yeah, I'm in offensive. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
I actually did it this time instead of like halfway through the fake.
Congrats.
I know. Look at me, I'm learning. 4 years in. Oh my
It's a
god.
little late, sir.
Hey, you know what? Hey, it's better late than never, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless you're pulling, then F that, never pull late, just pull now.
Nope. Just pull nail.
So, I like to
Think
run
of it-
Eureka like a bullet train, right? Some people do vibe trains, right, for hunts. Some
Nope.
people do bullet trains. I do bullet trains. So, I mean, that's just my style. Some people really don't like it, but I did the math. And if you do the relic for all of your classes for 4.x, and you wait 3 minutes full time for every single NM, like some people want you to do, it will literally take not game time, 4 days of your real life will be spent literally sitting there waiting 3 minutes at a time for each NM required to pop. So that's why I do not wait. Because I don't just have all of the relics on one character. I have all of these relics on this character, and then I have relics on other characters. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not going to waste 4, 5, 6, 7 days of my life sitting around picking my nose. I do that on company time. Right?
Going to pre-prep Ado, because that's the easy one, and I don't want to do Glow either. So.
Where are you going?
Ado is in 4 minutes.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ado is in 4 minutes, and so is Sophie.
Ugh. Okay, well, I'm gonna follow you then.
Nothing we can do when a Ronin has the elemental level to solo everything in here. And then so it's so fucking cringe.
Like, I'm not...
They're so...
Oh, wait, I went to Floros. What am I doing?
No!
Sorry, I'm coming.
Ado.
My bad. It's so salty. I'm not even talking to
My
them
mic
today.
died.
You've been muted this whole time?
Well, it's not muted. My mic just randomly cuts out, and I don't get a warning when it happens. I just noticed that when people aren't responding to me, my mic must have died.
No.
Oh. I do that, but it's usually like during like when I'm calling a boss fight. Like, so I'll be like in the middle of AV, and I'm just talking, vibing.
Reset fairy, because mine's down.
I think I just need a.
Oh, there's another ferry over here by Atolas.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
I just
You know
need
when you're
another
winning.
what you call it? XLR cable.
Oh, Jack's here.
Jack. Oh! I know who this is. Is this the kid? This is
Yeah,
the kid, right?
yeah. Jack's trying to explain to people, like, just follow him and you don't have a problem. Which is a very accurate statement. Just follow me around and I'll do all the work. I really will. I'm really lazy, but I will do all the work if it lets me have my way.
That a child gets it better than you all. Wow, what a king.
I always knew I liked him.
Thanks.
You know, it's ironic. You know, people will say, "Oh, well, we wait for pull times because we don't want people to have to waste their time having to get respawns." I'm like, you're wasting time just sitting there not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, even when this was current, right? You had two groups of people. You had people who sat in town and waited to see stuff spawn and then just tried to get there as fast as possible. And then you had the people who were actually running around with the train. And back then, no one waited. If you were a townie, then you didn't get to something, well, then follow the group. You know? But people get entitled.
Yeah, I mean, when you're just sitting there, like, absolutely doing shit fuck all.
Yeah, whenever I'm sitting around doing nothing, if I miss out, well, then that's my fault. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna get upset at somebody else because I, didn't contribute or participate, and then I didn't get anything because I didn't contribute or participate. Like
Yeah,
that.
I used to feel that way. I was like, oh no, I missed an NM. Man, these people are assholes. And I thought about it, saying, well, you know what? I should have got there. I should have been there prepping. I should have been nearby. Should have been paying attention to chat.
This is why I was kind of like, when I started doing Eureka, like, Kyle made sure to teach me right, I started doing all of this. He was like, if you are gonna be like, if you want to get all the stuff, like, you better be the one prepping it, and I'm gonna teach you how to prep it, like, literally do all of it by yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Because
That's
you
fine.
really only need the body piece to do any of this. You can actually solo prep almost everything, all the way
Yep.
up through Hydatos, without ever having all of the elemental stuff.
Just makes it easier.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. But like, I haven't even. I'm not even Magia. I'm literally in 0-0 right now because why not, right? But yeah, I literally shouted out the position that I'm at because somebody, Jack, reminded everybody, just follow Ronan. So I was like, hey, I'm right here. Oh, hey, look. An NM.
monster. Look at it. It's beautiful. We
Yeah.
made that.
I like this one.
We made that. It's true.
We
though.
we made this.
Be there or have zero right to be mad.
Yeah.
buddy.
So elemental armor, I'll show you in a second. Elemental armor is, I guess it's kind of like Palace of the Dead, but not really. It's like an old mechanic that was in this game where you actually had different elements, and if you had different bosses, you wanted that element to be stronger against it, both on attack and defense. So you've got this wheel here. It's called your Maggio wheel, and you'll see I've got 5 here that's in attack and 2 in defense. And what that does is it gives me, more attack and defense against this, so I can basically do whatever I want, and no one's going to get me killed because, number one, I've been doing this for 4 years, and number two, I have all the gear. But then on your gear, you also have this element plus. So every one of your Magia, so you can have up to 7, increases your elemental level a little bit. And then your gear also increases your elemental level. So you've got your actual elemental level, which is your experience points in Eureka, and then you've got your elemental gear, which is like a bonus. Yeah, and I can change the wheel. Well, you can't technically change it whenever, because if you keep spinning it, this number in the middle, you get 5 charges to spin it around, and then it slowly recharges this yellow circle around the side. If you've got a healer with the spell Refresh, it recharges super fast, and then you can essentially spin it as much as you want. Or you can go back to town and spin it. But yeah, I mean, if you're not doing the raid at the end, you're just not gonna do that. I mean, I had to get reminded to even bother spinning it for the boss fights here, so because it's just really not that hard until you get to the last raid, which is also really not that hard once you know what you're doing. But yeah,
How did it take them so long to get here? What the heck?
I don't know. I love how they're still trying to say that I should wait.
I don't know, there comes a point where you just, learn that instead of saying, LFG over and over, that you should just, invite everyone with the play button next to their name. Just invite anyone and everyone with the play button.
By the
You'll
way,
get easy credit.
yeah, I mean, so where we go next, by the way? Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Alright, fine. If anybody here just wandered in from the street, I'm sorry. First of all, and then second of all, I do have a link in here somewhere underneath this stream for the Discord. So we are giving away 300 million gil, just like the meme, just like the spam tell scam. We're giving away 300 million gil. I'm gonna do it on the end of the holidays here, so at New Year's. And there's gonna be 26 people that are gonna win a piece of that. So top prize is gonna be 100 million gil, all the way down to 5 million is the smallest prize. And it's all going to be from people who are participating in the stream, commenting on the YouTube videos, participating on Discord, just whatever. If I see your name a lot, you make me laugh, or I just randomly pick somebody, I'm just going to choose 26 different people. I'm going to put your names all in a literal hat. And I have the hat right here, by the way. If you want to see the hat. World first reveal right here. This is the hat. This is the hat. It is a safari hat.
It's a bucket hat.
It's like a wicker safari hat. Yeah. So your names are going in here, right? We're going to go on a little adventure. I'm going to pick 26 people's names out of that hat for those prizes. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good, fun experience. And yeah, so depending on how everything goes, I'll probably do this again. I don't know, in a few months.
What did we just do? Oh, A2.
Yeah. And then we're going somewhere that you just told me and I forgot.
Sophie.
Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I'm so old and confused.
That's why you got me.
Yeah, I know. Where am I going? Dragon Star.
I literally shouted the exact spot where you're supposed to show up.
Yeah.
Can't make it any easier for you.
That's it. You know what? I'm gonna just get on my whale and just run around obnoxiously around you until it spawns.
Alright, well.
Oh my god, this mount feels so slow.
When it really isn't.
It feels so slow. I feel like I'm just crawling towards this spot. I think that's the other reason why Lalafell feels so good, man. How in the world am I gonna get 300 million gil in a few months? I don't sell on the market board. I do not sell on the market board. It annoys me having to check prices and then fight with undercutters. I just generate, literally, I create 300 million gil out of thin air from the game. I don't get it from other players. A very small amount of it's from bunnies. A very small amount of it is from treasure maps. But the vast majority of it comes from submersibles. Usually if I open up Eureka lockboxes, which rarely happens, I'm going to be honest with that, I literally just give away this stuff that's worth money to someone else who's actually willing to, list it on the market board. Because I just can't be bothered. But no, the truth is, I really don't spend gil either. I don't really sell on the market board, but I don't really buy a whole lot either. And so, like, as you can probably see on my stream, I only have like 10 million on me. That's really all I normally carry around on my character. I'll buy food, raid food, but other than that, I don't really buy stuff, so I don't really need the gil. It's just kind of fun for me to see how efficiently I can farm it, and then just do weird random giveaways, like for people's birthday or for the holidays or whatever.
That was a great birthday.
Hey, it was fun. I enjoyed doing that. Yeah. Yeah, so submersibles are super fun. I don't actually like farm like materials or like minions or anything with it. I just farm the gil drops, and I farm them in excessively large quantities. Yeah, if you don't have submersibles, and thank you for putting that out there. If you don't have submersibles, you want to start those, because you're literally gonna make 13 million gil a month. Easy. Just every day, log in, check it, collect 400,000 or 500,000 gil every day. So I'm doing that at an unbelievable scale. Like to the point where I have multiple accounts, and as I mentioned earlier, I have 145 characters. I am probably, in most senses of the word, a whale. Who doesn't actually spend any in-game currency on anything for myself. It's kind of weird. But that's just, I don't know, it makes me happy, I have fun. So, I like to just hang out and have the ability to just do things and buy things when I want to buy them. Legally insane. Yeah, I like to call myself eccentric, because when you have money, it's eccentric, right? It's when you're poor that it's crazy. That's That's what they say, right? So, as a whale, I'm just gonna drive my whale around here while all of the little people spawn this next one. And by little people, I mean, thanks, Talia.
You're welcome.
You've always supported everything for me, and I couldn't do a lot of the stuff I do without you, so I appreciate you. Don't take you for granted.
Rowan's been hitting the mobs. Rowan's been doing it.
Hey, Rowan, thank you. Thank you for supporting.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done prepping.
Oh,
Trying to be
God.
inclusive here.
Oh my gosh, you guys are great.
Oh,
Rowan,
wow.
are you you don't have to say if it's a secret or if you're trying to like have some sort of big reveal or keep it on the down low or whatever. Are you prepping a new alt like literally everybody else is doing right now, or are you just gonna be good old Rowan?
Now I'm just gonna be good old Rowan.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. I'm super excited about my new one. Trying to get I'm trying to get a large house. I'm trying to get a large house. I'm trying to get a Lavender Beds 41. Even somebody like myself, all these resources still don't have that. Makes me really sad, and I really want one really bad. I also want a Shirogane 60 or 30. Either one would be fine. Trying to get those. But yeah, man. Really, really want those. So we'll see if that happens. I probably could just take all the gil that I'm constantly giving away and just buy it from a third party, but it doesn't sit right with me. My empire was built the right way. The hard way. Through sweat equity. And in my day, I got carpal tunnel. I've still got wrist problems from building of this empire.
Yep.
5 million. No. You need to go ahead and we need to talk in the Discord later, okay? You should be able to make 5 million in a week.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to make 5 million in a week. And so I think that's actually going to be one of the videos that I'm going to be making here in the next couple of weeks. How to make 5 million in a week. And I'm not going to talk about all this BS that everybody else and their mom wants to make a video about. Oh, play the market board. No, I'm not sitting in front of the market board for 8 hours a day to make 5 million. Forget that. That's tedious, it's boring, and it makes everybody want to like stop playing the game. Like, not going to do it crafting, it's too much undercutting. Not going to sell crystals, there's too many bots. Like, the three types of ways that I make money don't require other players. And there's nothing that anybody else can do to stop you from making that money. And that's why I prefer those methods. Other people might prefer other methods. And there's always different ways that you can make money in niche markets or when there's different patch cycles, right? There's definitely things you can take advantage of there. And I wouldn't tell anybody not to do that if that's what you want to do. It's just, frankly, for me, it's just too much work to keep up with it. I would say treasure maps. What's that?
No one's picking up the mobs. Except for Jack.
Alright, Jack, I'm gonna help you out. I got you. Treasure maps. Treasure maps are one really easy way to make a lot of money really fast. I'm actually... Shameless plug. I'm also an admin of that Treasure Maps Discord. And that's linked in... Oh, now Jack's on the whale.
That fucking day, bro.
Oh, I got trolled. I got trolled. Oh my god. Okay. No, treasure maps, easy way to make real big money. And that's whether or not you sell the stuff that comes as drops. Straight guild drops are gonna pile up real quick if you're doing treasure maps fairly regularly. Second thing is if you have Eureka unlocked and you've gotten to this third zone, there are two fates. There's one that spawns up here, and there's one that spawns at the bottom. They're bunny fates. And you protect the bunnies, and you get a chest. And that chest is going to have either 10,000, 25,000, or 100,000 gil in it every single time. On average, each average chest is going to have about 25,000 gil in it. You can get 5 or 6 chests an hour. So what you're going to do is, you'll get, let's say you do an hour of bunny farming, you'll average 125,000 gil in straight gil drops. And then you're going to get a bunch of logograms. You might get a mount that you can sell for several million gil out of there. But what you're really counting on is the guaranteed gil, right? And so you can do that. And then obviously submarines is an incredibly easy way to generate gil every single week. Every single week you should be able to generate about 3 million gil just doing subs. So all of the gil that I have comes straight from just the game. So I actually probably am a minor cause of inflation because I just constantly am literally creating more gil to add to the economy. Just call me Joe Biden. I should make that my next alt.
Joe Biden.
It's honestly not that time consuming either. I feel like that's a false, like a misconception. Because really, like the hardest part is if you decide to farm all the materials for the submarine itself. That's really it. When you're leveling the subs up, it takes less than 2 minutes a day to check in. Already collected 400, 500,000. So it takes about 4 months. If you're unlucky, maybe 5 months in order for them to get all leveled up. But yeah. Looks like I'm experiencing technical difficulties. Yeah. Oh, what is this weather? Oh, snow.
Just
Is there
regular snow?
Yeah. Are people still complaining about pulls?
No, what they're complaining about is that they're mad at us because we're apparently holding the instance hostage.
We're literally the only people that are literally killing the. Oh my god.
Their
Telling them-
no.
They
Their
think
logic
we're
is
the ones who. They think that we're the ones who reset the thing.
The tracker? Oh no,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that was Rin.
No, yeah, 100%. But they think that we did it so that we could hold the instance hostage.
Oh yeah, no. It actually made it more difficult for me because I'm too lazy to keep track of it. But that's why you're here, because you're not too lazy to do that. So
their logic is, since we're holding it hostage, they don't have to help prep because we're going to be doing it for them, and they're just going to do nothing and reap the rewards. So I'm just like, okay, fine, we'll just fucking stop.
I mean, I really don't care. I mean, like, I'm gonna do what I'm doing regardless of whatever anybody else is gonna do. And if it makes them salty, great. If they're super appreciative, that's cool too. But
Dude, they're getting crystals. Why the fuck did they care?
yeah, it's free stuff. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, people get salty.
Even when you try to be nice and help, people will still be.
Yeah, because realistically, I'm not even like, you guys know me. You guys know me. If I was really trying to get people agitated, I'd be getting people agitated.
Better ways.
Better
ways.
I literally haven't even said. Have I even said anything other than to tell people what my position was in shop chat the entire time I've been in here? I don't think I've actually responded to anybody yet.
I don't know. It's just.
Where are we going? What we doing?
I don't even know.
What's the sitch?
Less that than 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Less than 3 minutes. Loco in 6 minutes.
Huh? What was 6?
Let's Loco.
Oh,
Loco.
that one's literally worthless. That one also, okay, it's almost nighttime, so yeah. Oh,
God, they need coordinates for everything.
like.
My fucking Christ! How much handholding do they need?
I
Fucking... Tell me you've got 2 fingers with forehead.
yeah,
Without telling me that you got 2 fingers.
I don't
They are a joke!
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is here.
Oops.
No, most of these people actually who get really, really mad in here they're the people who are farming their 2nd or 3rd relic. And they're frustrated because they don't want to be here. They don't enjoy the content, but they want the rewards. The newest people typically don't really get upset because they don't have a clue what's going on. We invite those folks in all the time and try to show them, how things work. It's usually people who they've been around just long enough to want the rewards, but not long enough to have just understood that they need to just go with the flow or be a participant. I don't know.
So look, people are here. They're not attacking, and now I just started attacking, and they're just standing here, still doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at the last one, it was literally the 4 of us. And that one took forever.
As loud as fucking possible.
I love you, honey.
Rowan, you always make me laugh. Our run on Saturday was so quiet.
It really was.
It was so quiet.
I wasn't there. It's because I wasn't
Well,
there.
you weren't there, and Kyle
was muted.
he was off mic. Yeah, and then Rowan was mostly off mic. It was just really me and Sam. Sam has been super helpful lately, by the way. I have to say that. He didn't pay me or anything, but he's been super helpful. I gotta get him something sometime soon. And as funny as it sounds, because I know sometimes Sam and I have an on-again, off-again relationship with how I feel about Sam. I don't think the way that Sam feels about me has ever changed, and I have to give him credit for that. He's honestly he's the most consistent person that I think I've ever met in this game. Hands down. Which is funny because he's a gigantic troll, but I honestly trust him more than I trust most people because I think he's very predictable. He's not going to do different things. He's going to do exactly what he always does.
I wish you could edit the times. Is there a way?
And yeah, you there is a when something is popped, if you click the pencil next to the popped column, it lets you edit the times. And so you can say how many minutes since the last time it popped.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Back in my day, I used to run Pyros trains for 12 hours straight. I once ground out 6,000 Pyros crystals in a 24-hour span.
No.
I used to be in here an unhealthy amount. You guys think I'm in here a lot now. Oh my god.
No, I believe that you've been here.
I was I think one day I did 8 BA runs. BA Baldezine also know that's the raid at the very end of all of this, and it takes like if you're lucky, it takes like an hour and a half per run to organize it, get in there, get started, get done with it, and get out. Nah, man, I don't know, man. I like this zone. And I think that this is probably not most people's least favorite zone, but I also think that this is definitely not anybody else's most favorite zone. This is my favorite zone.
80 minutes. It's down for 81 minutes. That means
This person, see, I caught them. I caught them I caught them, see?
Caught
Then
me
when we make the
what?
pull time, that's on them, but instant pulling is not a pull time.
what
There,
popped?
there is no pull time. Where in the TOS does it say that Ronan Yabusame from Sargatanas, Saint of the Firmament, is required to give Jackass number 7 a pull time? Oh wait, it doesn't.
All you really get is like a hey, be nice to other players from SC, and that's pretty much it.
Hey, and I'm not trolling people today even a little bit, which it's fine to troll people even if you want to, but I'm not even bothering that. Not hiding.
There was a pop.
Blue Coach is up. I don't even know if I want to go.
I'm already all the way over there.
Alright. Yeah. The funny thing is, and yeah, that's Jack, that's the exact truth, right? So the irony is they're complaining about people who just pull the mobs, right? Open content. You can pull whatever you want. What actually is a TOS violation is trying to dictate other people's playstyles. So people who are in shout chat harassing anybody because they don't like how that other person is playing the game is actually the one breaking the TOS. And they don't even really they don't even understand that in Square's eyes, they're the ones that are wrong.
Yeah, berating people for, like, if they're waiting for an NN to be pulled and then someone just pulls it and starts attacking it, that person is doing nothing, absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
They are not breaking any rules. The mob is up. It is killable.
They're
It
on
can
healer.
be attacked at any time.
Come in.
That is not against the rules. If it's alive, it can be killed.
I'm coming. Full
They're
time
getting
now.
mad at me.
I'm just gonna pull it right over
Yeah,
here.
I just ran all the way from.
Yeah, so
I
did
didn't
I.
even see it.
And still
See
made
that
it.
spawned. I didn't even see that it spawned.
People really greatly overestimate how long it takes to each NM. Like
Yeah.
you can actually make it to every NM from base point as soon as it spawns and still get credit every damn time. But people need to have enough time to like
It's the
pick
bunny
their nose
farmers. It's really just bunny farmers is what it is. People think that they should be entitled to do bunnies and to have everybody else wait for them. And it's just not true.
They're like, don't DPS, okay? Don't DPS, don't get credit.
Yeah, I know.
You're
then-
only cutting yourself.
and they're
Yeah,
gonna
you're
get
only
silver.
cooking yourself.
Like, okay, whatever. The funniest thing is with the difference between how people get so salty about this and then how they act about Bozja, right? You go to Bozja, nobody's waiting for anything. Nobody's even waiting a half second. Like, there's some of those fates in Zadnor where if you're not there within 5 seconds, you're not getting credit.
Nope.
And no one cares, right? But then for some reason, there's this segment of the community that gets so butthurt. They're probably hunt people. They're probably S-rank hunt people.
Dude,
honest.
S rank hunters. Oh, they get so mad when you early pull one of the hunts.
Speaking of which, there's an S rank up on Gilg right now.
Okay, now
I
I
laugh
will
my
say,
ass off because Kyle does it every damn time, and they get so mad. They
Yeah.
get so mad.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand S ranks
This-
and
I
double
don't.
S ranks
I
because
don't.
Yeah.
they are on a long time.
I don't. No. Here's
I
why.
can slightly get.
If you want to be a part of S ranks and you want to prep and pop them, those folks talk. They've got their cross worlds. They're all aware of when stuff's going down, when the next timer is, and when they're all going. Because they do them in order, right? They do like 15 of them at a time. So, like, if you miss it, then, like, it's because you didn't want to contribute. You didn't want to be a part of the solution. And you just want to be a beneficiary. So,
What were you?
go ahead.
I was just gonna. What were you gonna say, Rowan?
Nah,
Because I
I
don't
was
think-
done.
Okay, thinking you got your point.
And say, look, let's ask Pops while we were down there.
Uh-huh. I just like being able to complete a whole instance in like 2 hours instead of 6, you know?
That's another big one. Like, if you sit there and wait on every NM, you know, a lot of casual players may only get like 3-4 NMs in there. But if you do it the way we do it, you can clear a whole zone in one play session.
Yeah. But by the way, have you been over to Dynamis yet, man? It's so painful getting stuff to pop over there. Like,
It sucks.
it's so
There's
painful.
no one there.
It's great if you want to do like bunny farm because you're gonna be there by yourself. You're getting all those bunnies. But and then once stuff pops, it like dies so fast. But
Oh,
it's so empty.
you were here for 5 hours? Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. Like, especially when you've been doing this content for so long, you don't want to be here for 6 billion years.
Yeah. How many crystals
You
we
just
got?
want to get your shit in and get out.
Oh snap! We're gonna have.
Oh, I'm at 300.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've got enough for 3 more stabilizers.
Let's go.
This one
This
will
is
take
always
me
my
over to 3.
bottleneck. Yeah, Pyros is always
Yeah.
my bottleneck. I don't ever want to come in here for this
Same.
reason.
I've got tons of
I got you, Jack.
crystals from Pagos, and the only reason is because I actually show up for Cassie. That's the only. So over time, you get like 40 crystals each time you come up for Cassie, right?
Yeah, Cassie
Yeah.
and Crab.
And crab.
And Crab, yeah.
And how much is Skull? Isn't that like 40?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 40.
It's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
46 or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm at 312. And 72 more lock boxes. Hot dog.
Yeah, I need to go to Animos now. I only have 75 of those.
Yeah, we can go over there because everything's down here pretty much. Bats in 4 minutes, and then Glow, but no one wants to do Glow. But then after Bat, everything is down for at least an hour.
Yeah, and see, and then you clear everything out, and you go leave Eureka and go do something else.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You what?
Or you
Leave
leave
Eureka-
Pyro.
you
No,
leave
I'm sorry.
Eureka.
No. I'm sorry. You leave Pyros and you go to a different zone.
I'm sorry. I was like, what? Huh?
That's
You
what
had
I-
me disoriented. Like, I was confused.
No, Skull's down for another 264 minutes.
Gross.
Yeah, because blizzards won't be for a while.
Bad is here.
I'm gonna early pull all of these placeholder mobs. So sorry. Apologies.
Early pulling placeholders.
I'm early pulling the placeholders. Apologies. Apologies.
You bastard.
I know. I know. It was a pull time. 10:30. I just disregarded it. We already killed it. I think. Yeah, you missed it, Jack.
Yeah. You came in right after Skull got killed.
We put the doggy in the kennel and we took care of business.
Also, I
Yep.
can't do math, therefore updating this thing is sucky.
Great question. What data center are we doing Eureka at? We're doing Eureka at, yes, all of the data centers.
Yes.
But I think all of our main characters are in Ether data center.
This is currently Ether we're in right now.
Yeah, this is Ether right now.
But earlier today we were on Dynamis. I like to go to Primal. I probably will go there less now that Dynamis is there. I don't spend a lot of time on Crystal. They don't like me very much at all. And so I don't know. I don't poke that bear all that often. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Huh?
Someone likes
What
me.
did you do? Oh.
Someone likes me in stream. Jack! No! What happened?
Oh no,
Yeah.
where are you?
I turned around and Jack was dead!
There's
I
the-
got him, I
there's
got
the
him, I got him, I
dragon.
got him, I got him.
There's the dragon.
Ah!
Kill the dragon.
I got
My
him.
poor Jack. I have to get
Poor
revenge.
baby.
But yeah, no, with data center travel now, I mean, I'm all over the place. I mean, I was all over the place before data center travel, but it made it easier for everybody else to follow me all over the place. I have level 90s on all of the data centers, so
Playing Pokemon. My man. Pokemon.
It's weird, but like when I think about games as old as Pokemon, there's people I play Final Fantasy with that weren't even born whenever Pokemon came out. Crap, there's people that I play Final Fantasy with that weren't even born. Rowan, this is gonna make you feel old too. Whenever Final Fantasy 11 was out.
Oh god.
Me too.
Yeah, that makes me feel old.
That came out like 20 years ago in North America, man.
I know.
2001 or 2002, I can't even remember anymore, but yeah, like 20, 21 years ago.
Well, yeah, because I remember I saw this meme on what was it? I think it was Twitter. What year did Final Fantasy X come out?
I don't know.
2000.
2009? 2001?
2001.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds right.
2001. Yeah, people are like, yeah, people think 20 years ago Final Fantasy was, and it had like a screenshot of like Final Fantasy 6. But it's actually Final Fantasy 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was in high school when 10 came out. I was so freaking excited.
The good news for me is I look a lot younger than I actually am. So, and I wear these hats all the time too, right? Because if I wasn't wearing the hat, you guys could probably see like that I'm definitely significantly getting gray hair and definitely have a 5 head at this point and not just a 4 head. So, but I still get carded like frequently for like not even like alcohol, like just like lottery tickets. Which, by the way, I don't think I won again tonight. If I won the lottery, I would be so. I don't need to win the lottery. I would be so insufferably like obnoxious. The world does not need that. I think we can all agree the world does not need that.
I may or may not become your best friend. I don't know.
I mean, you know, I'd probably do just the same as I do in the game. I'm like, I got all this money. What am I gonna do with it? Let's make it rain. I'd be like Pac-Man Jones. Half the people watching this are probably too old to get that reference, and the other half
Yeah.
are probably not enough visibility on American sports to get that reference. Pac-Man Jones was a football player, a American football player.
I'm about to say American
football player. He played for a team that I absolutely hate, the Tennessee Titans, and he was a complete jackass. So the thing that he's most famous for is he went to a strip club one time, and he was just tossing bills, like, and then at the end of the night, he told them that it was all just for like a publicity thing, and he actually wanted the money back from the strippers, and so it started this big like brawl. Yeah, it was a meme. No, like Titans, like the Tennessee Titans, who I hate.
Yeah, that movie was a high school. Good movie.
It was a good movie.
Based off of a true story.
Yes. And now the quarterback for my hometown team looks just like the quarterback from that movie.
Wait, which one? Sunshine?
Yeah.
Hey, Sunshine.
So, are we, what are we doing?
Actually, I probably need to go to bed. I gotta get up for work early in the morning, so...
Work? No! That sounds like
Yeah.
responsible, like, adulting.
Yeah, I have to be an adult. I have a family to raise.
I do too, but I work from home, and my first meeting's not till 9:30 a.m., so... Time to be a degenerate.
I used to be half and half, now I'm full-time with the office.
Ugh, gross. Are
It's
we...
not so bad. I got a pay raise for going there.
Oh, well then that's... Yeah, that's definitely worth it then.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna,
I passed you lead, Ronan.
Oh, I think we're leaving, but thank you.
We're bouncing from here.
Are we gonna just go to a different instance, or are we gonna go to Dynamis, or...
If Rowan is leaving, let's just go to Dynamis, because, I mean, we were gonna go to Animos for him, so...
Yeah, I'll probably hit that up tomorrow, the next day. Actually, it'll be tomorrow, because after tomorrow, God of War Ragnarok comes out, and I probably won't be on 14 for at least a week.
Goodbye!
I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be a thing for me.
So are we gonna go to our other characters, or what are we doing?
Yeah, let's go. Give me a sec to make sure that these kids are well fed, even though I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, feed the monsters, and then
I guess I should say it properly. Ragnarok.
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 Oh my god. Let's see. Let me log out then. Let me go to my...
Don't play Ragnarok if you haven't played the first, the one from 2018.
I haven't, so I probably have to start back there.
You can play the 2018 one without playing the first three or the previous titles, but you miss out on a lot of backstory. Like I said, it's not necessary, but you definitely need to play 2018 God of War before you play Ragnarok. It's like a literal direct sequel.
I can't play those kind of games on a computer. I have to play them on a. Well, I mean, I guess I could use an Xbox controller on a computer, but I'm used to using PlayStation controllers. I could probably get a PlayStation controller, but I don't have a PlayStation. Life's hard. Life is hard.
I bought a Xbone controller just for my PC.
That's what I have. I don't use it very often anymore, but sometimes I use it. Sometimes if I'm chilling in bed and I don't feel like sitting at my desk, play with the controller.
Dude, mouse keyboard controls on an action game are so fucking weird. I hate it so much.
It's just I grew up playing shooters or action games, right, on consoles, and so but then I also starting in college started playing MMOs strictly on PCs. So I think that's just different styles of game. I like the different interface.
That's why you need to get a capture card so you can play your PS5
I'd have to get a PS5. I actually haven't played a game on my Xbox in literal years. Because I'm just always on here. And this game doesn't have an Xbox version. So it doesn't exist. Played WoW. Alright. I am already on Dynamis.
Yeah, I'm coming. I was just handing over the password to the one person that was grateful that I manually entered all of the numbers so that tracker is updated for them.
Hell
Jesus
yeah,
fucking Christ.
you're a saint. You're a nice human being. And that's why you put up with us. Used to stream console games. Your Nobel Peace Prize is a ready check. I'll make sure to get it to you soon.
God damn it!
I got you. Don't worry.
No.
I'm here for you. I always want to make sure you get rewarded.
I'm so sad. Anyway, Rowan, are you going to bed?
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Oh,
No,
goodbye,
I'm
Rowan.
still,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm still here. I was I'm typing in chat.
Oh, are you still in there?
Well, I was answering a question for Jay. He was asking about capture cards if they had delays, and well, not the one that I have, but I mean I bought a nice one. I got like one of those Elgato. What was it? I can't remember. It's a nice one.
I was thinking about getting a capture card just so that I could stream from one PC and game from the other one, and see if I could up my resolution just a little bit. I think the resolution on my stream is not bad, but...
Right. Well, the one that I have plugs directly into a PCIe slot, so I don't use USB connectors. Because I went ahead and shelled out the little extra money just so I can have one that plugs directly to the motherboard.
Little extra something there.
Oh, Jay is Jack. Oh, okay. Anyway, but yeah, I have one that plugs straight into my motherboard. It's just, and from what all the research I did, it's just more stable and just overall better than a USB connector, which still works.
Waiting for me to invite you. I see how it is.
This is how it always is. This is how it must be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
just
never...
a glorified nanny. I swear to God.
I think my wife's just happy that I think my wife's just happy that I have a babysitter at night that...
Why me though? Pick someone else.
How many people are in that instance right now?
Probably exactly 10.
There's 10. Oh, it's Shugo. So.
Oh God, they're box
not
farmers.
Not anyone that matters. Yeah, not anyone that matters.
Why is Shugo here?
He's been here all day, actually.
Why? Why over here? Like, there's no point to box farm over here. The only reason to come over here
it's free, I guess,
is if you're grinding or if you're doing bunnies. Otherwise, yeah, have a good one, man.
Good night, Rowan.
Otherwise, you're just limiting your pool of available participants.
Yeah. Let's do tax. Because I hate doing queen. Yeah? Yeah.
Okay. Sure, it's nighttime. That's fine. And we literally killed like 14,000 of those placeholders earlier, and it never bothered popping.
I don't... Yeah, I hate doing queens. I let the noobs do queen.
Yeah, there's level 20 people in here. Let them figure it out.
Yeah, but they're... What are you doing here? Heatbox farming?
At level 60?
Yeah.
You icebox farm.
Or icebox, yeah. I've actually never mind, I have got an icebox.
I would icebox farm, but that would be like the most counterproductive a task that I could literally ever do. Since I have absolutely no plans to ever open any of those boxes.
I literally have to hold you nearly at gunpoint for you to open them.
I just died.
You did just die. Oh,
I was an
no.
offensive. It's fine.
Let me spin.
It's fine. Doesn't matter. It'll take me 10 minutes to get those back. That's the other thing that I think is funny. People get so upset about dying out here. Like, they'll literally wait the entire 10 minutes hoping somebody will come res them. And you'll actually get your level back faster if you just, go level.
Yeah. What? What happened? What?
Careful.
Yeah, my Ron tuition's up right now. Never mind.
They got you too. You got just bodies everywhere. Oh my god.
Damn it. God damn
They hit you with the blind. They're like, your raw intuition means nothing.
God damn it.
I can't get you. Oh, wait. Hold on. I might have a feather. I don't know if I have a feather. Oh, I'm not going to have any feathers because I haven't opened any boxes. Never mind. I don't have any feathers.
I mean, you can hop out and go grab one if you want, but, yeah. I was just thinking that because, like, Kyle was saying, like, oh, just go pick up Sage. And I was like, I don't have Endwalker unlocked on this character.
Wait, you don't?
No, I bought the Stormblood pass.
Yeah, I bought the full
I
thing.
wasn't gonna spend $50. Hello?
I bought the full thing.
No, sir. It's fine. I'll level a healer. I'll level something. I don't know, like scholar.
Bro, I just searched for feather like an idiot.
That is an idiot thing. Well, at least this won't be a problem once we get to Pyros, because we can just both carry Raze on us.
There was actually one for sale for only 500 gil. What a steal.
I
What a
bought them
steal.
for 50 yesterday. 50 gil each.
Well, that was probably on Ether, where, like,
No,
prices
here.
are reasonable.
I bought them. There's like everything was like 3,000, 2,000, whatever, and then there's two listed for 50, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy both of them because, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to box farm back when I used to use the market board. But I don't anymore. Alright, I got a feather.
We gotta be in a party for it to work. Where are you? Okay. I don't know if I can invite you if I'm dead. Okay.
Yes, but I can do this.
Wow.
I'm not gonna be in charge of anything, even if it's just us.
Fucking damn it.
You can't make me.
See, and this is why when Kyle's around, I like to be a passenger princess. 'Cause I have to deal with this bullshit.
I don't want to be in charge. I
was
should
gonna
probably eat
ask
some
for a
food, too.
tracker. Yeah, you really should. I was gonna ask for a tracker, but I don't think that they are interested in actually popping in M's.
Oh yeah, I'm almost positive that they haven't touched anything. These things hit kind of hard.
Yeah, pop your shit.
I don't want to.
I can't do everything, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to bring Rosalie back. Dual box this
Maybe.
nonsense. Got so lazy earlier.
It was so funny when I loaded in and I saw you, like when I saw both of you, I was like, oh my god, he's literally got her in here just to like slap him with a regen every now and then, and that's exactly what she was doing.
I'm over there alt-tabbing, throwing off a Divine Venison, throwing off a regen. Yeah.
It was so stupid. As soon as I saw your names when I loaded in during my lunch break, I was like, this idiot over here is probably sitting at Queen. And
I was sitting right there, not doing a damn other thing, but just sitting there at Queen.
pulling like 2 or 3 mobs.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
But nah, man. It's hard to dual box.
Yeah, you're telling me. I know that life as well.
But did you know you can't do more than 2?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why when I saw cuz like Highlander sometimes he has the 3 running around.
you have to have a second computer, which I do.
Yeah.
I could actually put up a second laptop over here and then like
No.
run 4 at once and do my own full like small party, but like I don't think I
have enough hands.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because the reason that dual boxing works, like I'm not using like third-party tools or anything, you know. So I'm alt tabbing, like I'm like okay, overpower, alt tab, refresh, overpower, like just kind of doing my best to like miss as few GCDs as possible. And I'm only really playing the one character, and I'm just like keeping myself alive barely with the other one.
Yeah. We've got 30 ET.
Who?
Worth of, I'm dead again!
Don't die!
I'm sorry. It's fine. It's okay. I'll get myself up. Rip my EXP.
It's okay, I've already gotten back the stuff I lost when I went back.
We'll make it back tomorrow when our challenge logs are up again.
Oh, I can't wait.
Me too. I was half tempted to not play this character today because of it, but then again, I saw your dumbass in here, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm leveling.
Like, I just wanted to get... I wanted to get close enough to where I can be done with this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because as much as I wanted to write love stories about Pyros, I'm not... I just don't like being here. Like, I just pop in here, grab stuff, and then pop out.
Yeah. I mean, I think Kyle said that he did from 1 to 60 in 3 days. But that, then again, that man's a machine when it comes to, like, grinding shit out.
This is the
farming it.
hardest part. This zone right here is the
Yeah.
hardest part. And so once this is done, you go to Pyros. You can burn through Pyros unbelievably quickly. This is the last one if it doesn't pop.
Mhm.
I don't think we did enough.
No, I don't think so either.
Fine. We can go do
What?
Blood
What
Dragon.
level are... Yeah, I was about to ask, like, what level the Ash Dragon mobs are.
What level are you? You're not high enough.
22.
We don't need to do that. You're not high enough for that. Let's go over here to our buddy Queen.
I don't want to do Queen.
Maybe
Fuck
it'll
that.
take mercy on us because it didn't want to pop earlier.
Imagine, like, no one's popped it since then, so it's just been pre-prepped this entire time.
Same instance.
Imagine. I wouldn't put it past us. Like, again, Shugo's been in here all fucking day, so...
Oh my god.
Besides, like, Eureka's nowhere near as popular as it is over on Ether just yet.
Yeah, no one's in here. But here's the thing. This entire data center is a fake data center right now.
Pretty much.
Like, the vast majority of people here are either extremely low level, like they're newer, they got the bonus, like, and so they're like, okay, yeah, let's go here. Or they're literally just here to, like, try to take advantage of the situation.
The
So, I mean,
purchasing real estate or...
yeah. And the funny thing is, there's still houses available on the other data centers. You know? So it's like you didn't really need to come all the way to another data center. You could have gotten houses on your existing data center the same way, but maybe for personal housing, maybe that's why.
Auto demo is still down, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's been down for a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. They should really turn that shit back on.
It's probably the only way I'm ever gonna get a freaking lavender beds 11 or 41.
On your main, you mean?
Yeah, I'm never gonna get one on my main. I've already given up on that.
You never know. You could just be like perusing and suddenly see it. Especially if they turn the auto demo on.
Maybe. I'm just
You
like,
just have to be like, you have to be there the day they turn it on. Like you have to log in immediately.
I mean, I've got one of the best houses in the game. I shouldn't complain too much because I have a missed 5.
Yeah.
And
I
so-
love my miss spot as well, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a medium.
I
What were you gonna
really
say?
want that lavender bed so bad.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want to, like, buy it off of somebody else.
That's a mansion that's like on its own island, like platform.
The mist? Or the lavender
No,
beds? The lavender
the
beds
lavender
is
bed.
no, that's the one with the little pond in front of it. It's right on the waterfront.
Oh, okay, yeah. The one right on the front.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the white whale for me. That's what I want. That's what I've been coveting forever. I feel like it would just like if I did just go on one of the discords and just buy it off of somebody, it wouldn't like, you know how like you just like something means more if you felt like you got it the harder way.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I would appreciate it.
The thing is that you have them, like, if that spot ever opens up, you have the money to reload. That's the thing. It's
Oh,
like,
I mean like I could reload like literally probably 50 times.
yeah.
But you know, they with the lottery and all of that now, like whenever the lottery came out, I realized
Oh my god.
I was unlikely to I got them.
Yeah, thanks.
I realized I was unlikely to ever get it because like you said, I was in a position where I could have like stalked them and, you know, waited it out and gotten lucky, right? Watched the timers. I used to have spreadsheets, man. I'm sure that surprises
Of
you.
course you did.
I used
Yeah, no, I use spreadsheets.
I know, shocker. But no, I used to have spreadsheets of who owned every single one of the most valuable houses on Sargatanas. Every single one of the most valuable houses. I knew who owned them. And I knew within literally a couple hours, like whenever houses were going to go on demo. Like, the only reason I never knew exactly when is because, like, if somebody's last login was while I was asleep. But, like,
Huh.
I was, like, for probably 6 months all over all of that to try to get a couple of very specific houses. And I could never get a 41 or an 11. And then, obviously, with the lottery, it doesn't matter. Even if they turned it back on, it's just going to go back into lottery, and 700 people are going to put in the bid for it. So,
Do you still have to bid if you're relocating?
yep,
What?
yep.
So garbage.
That was really the one housing countermeasure that significantly impacted somebody like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most of the measures that they put in place were designed to make it not more difficult on someone like me, but it's to deter people from ever becoming someone like me.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't stop us.
Right. I mean, once you see the benefits of it, you're like, well, I mean, risk reward here. It's going to take me some time. I'm going to have to be patient and wait for the reward, but there's not much risk. And so
I was. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's like once I show people like what's up, like if people get really interested in it, it's really easy to get sucked in.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off Because like initially the plan was only to have the FCs in like on Ether, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah, it was as soon as Dynamis got announced, I get a sheepish little question in my DMs being
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Hey,
yeah,
what do you think about, doing what we just did? Like we literally had just finished setting everything up."
yeah. You're like, but we just started turning a profit. You're like, let's burn
Yeah.
it all.
He's like, how would you feel about doing it all over again, but on Dynamis? And I'm all like, it's a good thing I like you, because holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I have a few FCs. I have a few. And by a few,
A few.
I mean enough to be able to sponsor a 300 million guild giveaway and not really worry about it impacting me in any meaningful way. So,
Yeah.
but it can get addictive. Like just the process of it is like kind of soothing. So something about me, you probably don't even know this, Talia. This is new information. I used to be obsessed, like, with hookah, right? Like, I used to smoke, like, not just, like, daily. Like, at one point, like, me and, like, my guys used to come over, like, and we would be, like, 8 hours. I think one time we literally smoked for, like, 12 hours straight.
Oh my god.
No joke. Like, honestly.
That's crazy.
And so we used to do that constantly, but it was
I'm listening
more.
to you, but sex.
It was more of the routine that I was into
Yeah.
than even the smoking.
Uh-huh.
And I think that I've just replaced that with this. I don't smoke anymore because I don't want my kids to grow up seeing that. But farming was so
Perfect.
boring, you got bored. Yeah, exactly. Except I do Eureka all the time, so I don't get bored.
Always someone to piss off.
What did I piss somebody off?
No?
Oh, okay.
In Eureka, I mean, in like in
Oh
general,
yeah.
there's always someone-
Some salt to farm. Some people to get sassy.
This is the thing. There's always something to do in Eureka.
It's true. It's another reason why I like it. I mean,
And even when you think that like everything is done, especially at night, suddenly some degen is setting up a BA run.
is that what's happening right now?
The Chigo.
People have been whining about not having a run tonight all night, so
Yeah, Chigo, I think, is being peer pressured into running. Which, I mean, it's Chigo, so he's not technically being peer pressured, but, you know.
I've been in defensive this whole time. I was like, man, I feel like I'm not taking much damage.
He came over, I swapped to offensive. Like, we can kill these fast enough. We don't need to be in defensive.
I just don't care anymore. I'm just assuming that this isn't gonna pop.
I mean, if anything, it's still okay EXP, you know.
Yeah, it's not terrible. You're probably getting more than I'm getting. What are you getting? I'm getting like 6.
10k per.
Yeah, you're getting more because you're only 22.
I'm just a baby.
I think it's funny, Kyle didn't even bother with leveling up another one. He just transferred one of his already leveled ones this time. He's like, I'm just not doing this right now. He's like, I got too much going on with housing. I'm just not doing this grind again.
That's what he asked me. He was like, you've got, because this is my second or third, like, Eureka alts, pretty much. He's like, why don't you just transfer one of your other ones? And I was like, well, first of all, I wanted a fun name. And
Yeah.
second of all, it just gave a chance, like, as you were saying earlier, as an enjoyer of the long con, I enjoy a well-crafted either prank or
Yeah. Earn
whatever.
it. Earn it a little bit.
So, I was like, if I'm in there and I'm leveling from the beginning, then I can build up a reputation, and people are not going to know who my main is unless they're like,
Unless they're
it's
paying
obvious that
attention,
they're
yeah.
asking. Yeah.
But like,
So,
I don't know. I like. I mean, I'm in here all the time. You know that, so I don't
Yeah.
mind the leveling part. And it only takes like. I'm gonna be done before next reset, so I might be bringing this character to the next Saturday run.
trying to get her like there as soon as possible for the same reason, because it'd be fun to run with her. Because I mean, on our other characters, it really does not. Not that it doesn't make sense to run BA on them, but they're definitely not gaining anything from running BA.
I run
You
on
know?
meta sometimes just because. Yeah, I'm like, well, let me actually get something out of this tonight.
It's like you get to the point where you just don't want to throw away stacks of of fragments anymore. You're just like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
sucks.
I mean, in that scenario, I just come on some other random useless job. Like when I came on Ninja the other day, I honestly don't know how to play Ninja. I literally don't know how that job works.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what the combos are. I don't know which ones I'm supposed to be using. I'm just like, hey, let's throw out a Suiton. Oh yeah, that looks sick. Let me do some cool flip jumps. Oh man, I'm awesome. And then that's yeah. And then that's it.
Yo.
I think that's really the only reason I play Ninja is to just jump around.
When you and Kyle were jumping around in, was it in Kugane? I was like, yep.
That's all I cared
Get it.
about. This is fun. I mean, if it's not fun, then what's the point?
Yeah, of course.
Oh
But
boy.
yeah, it was like yet another moment where I realized that I'm just babysitting overgrown children.
I actually was like, I don't know, on Saturday I was being responsible.
No one was there with you.
But then-
you were by yourself, essentially.
Well, no. They were there. They just weren't on the mic. Sam did most of the calls, actually. Honestly. And then in the late night run, we thought you were gonna be there, but then like we were like, oh whatever, let's just go. Kyle and I got really bored.
Yeah, I was assuming because like I got home at like 4 o'clock in the morning my time.
Hey.
Because I also was thinking, congrats, that I would be back by like 1-2 a.m. my time, which would be lining up with the D-Gen run, but
Nah. You went full South American family celebration.
Yup,
You-
pretty much.
You leaned in.
Not by choice. Not by choice. And I drank a lot
Oh my
as
god.
well. So that was the morning. The next day, I didn't have a hangover. I actually didn't really feel everything that I have at all. I can hold my liquor, but it's like
I didn't feel anything. I was just numb at that point.
I was just sleepy. Like
I've gotta-
alcohol makes me sleepy.
Yeah, I've got to say, I only drink at work. That's the weirdest thing you say. But like, I honestly don't really drink at home because like, friggin' all of the small children in my house, like, they always need something, right? And so if I'm drinking, it's
Yeah.
either when I'm like out, like, and my mom's watching them or something or whatever, right? Or like I'm
Yeah.
at a work thing, right? And I'm a project manager, so there's a lot of social drinking that happens. I don't know if that's healthy or not, but that's just how it is.
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. And so yeah, I probably drink more at work than I drink like any other time, which is weird. Like, and I'm not even like, you wouldn't expect that, I guess, but it's definitely the case.
Makes sense.
Gotta keep those customers happy, right? I live a hard life. My life is difficult.
Uh-huh.
I have to go out, schmooze people, keep them happy.
Moves. Isn't that what every middle
Schmooze.
management person does?
No. Some of them just get shit on.
That too, I guess.
But no, I have a fridge full of beers that my stepdad drinks. He comes over and just cracks open like 3 at a time. He's like, "All right, time to get started."
Well, at least someone's drinking them.
Yeah, at least somebody's drinking them. My oldest one like is obsessed with going fishing with him. We call him Papoff. He's super excited about it. He wants to go fishing this week, but this hurricane's coming through, so I think we might have to do it next week. Who's not drinking? Not tonight. You like making drinks? I like making drinks more than I like actually drinking them. What's your favorite drink to make?
Me?
Yeah, you, anybody, whatever.
I am a Cuba Libre kind of girl.
Okay, you're all fancy. I say that.
Rum and Coke. It's rum and Coke.
I say that. I say that. Okay, I'm probably more fancy than you. I'm probably more fancy than you.
Legit 2 ingredients.
2 ingredients. You put ice in there though, right?
Oh well, yeah, and maybe a little bit of lime, but that's
And a
it.
little lime. There you go. There's 4 ingredients. You put anything else in there? Nothing else?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't need anything else.
All right. Well, I like to make mojitos. Really,
Oh well, yeah.
I just like muddling mint. I think is really what I like. I don't know.
Yeah, mojitos are good.
Jack doesn't drink. I think
Of
that's
course.
good. I think that's a
Jack
good
doesn't
thing, Jack.
You're not allowed to drink. Matt, please, for the love of God. You still got at least 6 years before you can drink. So
To be fair, I think Jack's a good kid. Jack is a good person because I was not a good kid.
I mean, to me, that whole thing is really subjective because in Latin American culture, at least, like they start teaching you how to drink alcohol, not in a sense of like, hey, like get drunk, but more in the sense of like exposing you to it by the time you're like 13.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So
12, 13.
yeah. With that context, I think should I have legally been doing what I was doing? No. But was it irresponsibly doing what I was doing? Probably not either. That's probably why I have healthy boundaries with it today. But
Yeah.
I probably had my first drink at like a friend's house when I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah. Like my mom gave me
It's
my
just
first
like a glass of wine or something.
I lied. Yeah. My dad, actually, my first drink ever. It's a good story, I guess. But my dad, the reason why I like Cuba Libre so much is that it was my dad's favorite drink, and he would always like make them. Like that was his go-to instead of like that was his wine or his beer. Like he didn't usually have anything else. And so, but he also, at the time, was someone who drank a lot, and he would make himself. I don't know if you remember back in the '90s. And this might have been just a Venezuela thing, but there was a promotion with like Coca-Cola where you got this giant thermos, like with the Coca-Cola polar bears on it. There's this navy blue thermos, huge by the way. I'm talking about like 2 or 3 liters. And so my dad would make the whole thing of Cuba Libre. The entire thing, and he'd just be sipping it the entire day.
That's how I drink coffee.
and And I'm talking like he would take this to work in the morning. You know,
Woof.
like that's what he used to do.
That's how my
and
stepdad is. Yeah, I mean like
yeah. And
yeah.
so he took me to work one day with him. He like how to say, like, all the guys would stay there because they were all into motorbikes as well. So they would be working, but then they also had a chop shop like on the grounds of the company or whatever. So I was just over there to hang out really and mess around with the motorbikes. And I was like 5 years old at this time. But in the car, he like put me in the car and like left me there because I was a really eager kid as well. Like if I was going somewhere, like I would like grab the car keys myself and try to drive the car. So I was in the car and he had put his thermos in the car, and then he like went back in the house to go grab something. And by the time he got back, I had drank like the top, I guess like maybe eighth of it.
Oh
like
my god.
3 or 4 good gulps.
You're done.
And I'm a 5-year-old, so you know. I went to his work blitzed. He was like, he didn't say anything.
He's
he was
like,
just
just
you're
sit
not
over
supposed
there.
to drink.
Just sit over
'Cause
there.
I told him, I was like, why does it taste funny? And he's just like, oh, it's because it's a different flavor.
He's like, I'm not touching this.
There's a different flavor. And so, you know, obviously being the loudmouth kid that I was, like when I got back home from hanging out with my dad all day, I like told my mom like, hey, like what is this new flavor of Coca-Cola that Dad's drinking? And my mom was so mad.
Oh my god.
She was so pissed.
Yeah. I think I would get in major trouble if that was, yeah. I can see that one. I wouldn't even be mad about being in trouble about it. I'd be like, yeah, I deserve this. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Let it out. Let it out.
Funny thing is that he never told me to like not say anything to her. He was just like she's either he thought that I was gonna tell her anyway.
No.
He was just like not bothered about it, or he's just like accepting fate. You know
No,
what I mean?
I know exactly what it was. It was wishful thinking, right? Because if I ever tell my kids not to talk about something, first thing that they're gonna do is talk about it. And so
Yeah.
if you minimize, like, I know we've been here for literally 30 freaking minutes, and
I know.
it's freaking ridiculous. This is obscene.
I hate this thing.
But yeah, if you tell them not to talk about it, 100% they're gonna talk about it. 100%.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, oh yeah, this is just new Coke, whatever, it's no big deal. Yeah, it's you probably don't like it. Yeah, we probably won't get this flavor anymore. We'll just get the regular flavor. And then there's a chance that they're just gonna move on, right? And then that's the end of it. And so, guarantee you, that's what your dad's strategy was there. He was like, well, that happened. Let's minimize and hopefully we can move past this. But it didn't work.
No, it did not.
So,
It really
you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. One of my wife's favorite sayings. So
That's one of mine as well.
yeah.
I
So
use it at least once a week.
he took his shot. Didn't get it, but you know what? Can't blame him, man.
Yeah.
Start with might be on cooldown. I don't think it's on cooldown, man.
It's not on cooldown.
There was no one
It's
in this
just a
instance
bit-
when we got here who was around this level range. Everybody here was in a box farm party, or they were level 20 and probably wouldn't be able to solo this.
We've literally gotten 2 levels off of just prepping this one NM.
This is ridiculous.
This is actually insane.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, and it's still the same people in here. There's the box farmers. There's 6 of them. Then there's the 2 people who have been just grinding something at the entrance, and then there's us.
Waiting for us to pop Queen as well.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to get it popped, and then they're gonna yell at us for not doing a pull time after grinding this crap for the last 30 minutes. Watch.
Yup.
Shugo's not from Ether.
No, Shugo's. Where is Shugo from?
I want to say, was it Exodus?
He's Leviathan.
Leviathan, yeah. So, yeah.
One thing that Ronan and I can do is talk, so there's that.
Oh yeah, no, I can just talk all day. I got no problems with that. Like I said earlier, I'm a project manager. My whole job is to talk to people and make sure that they're talking to each other. So I mean, I just don't shut it off. I wake up in the morning and my kids get it started. They don't shut up. So they get me going before the coffee even gets there. And then I do it at work, and then I get on here and just talk. I'm gonna start coaching more, by the way. Not like in game.
No.
Like I'm gonna
They
start
actually
coaching.
allowed you to be around the children.
Yeah, no.
No.
It went pretty well. It went pretty well. That one game I coached. Now I'm getting all excited about it. I'm gonna sign up, I think, to coach some more. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I was really tired because you actually had to chase the kids around. That was a lot. But I need to exercise. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
The
Right
wit-
before coming and do this, I was at the gym, so I get
Look at you. Yeah, you exercised more than me all year this year.
Probably not, but yeah.
I did that one soccer game, and then I ran one race earlier this year that I absolutely did not train for. I just got up off the couch and ran it. So, if you've gone to the gym more than twice, I think you've probably out-exercised me this year. The witnesses didn't do their work at all, so I was losing it. Oh, mock court. Mock court. Almost got slapped. Nice. That means you must have been doing something right. Or at least that's how I generally live my life.
Why, that someone's like threatening physical violence?
I was an oldest child, but from the way I act, you'd think I was a middle child because like any attention is good attention. I will not turn down attention, whether it's positive or negative.
Uh-huh.
Just read the story and give me something. That's funny. My mom wanted me to be a lawyer.
Oh no, you'd be insufferable as a lawyer.
I really would. I'd have objections for days.
Literally.
I would literally just sit there objecting to everything. I'd have no reason.
I would hate to go on
I would
against
just object all day. Be like, objection, hearsay. Objection, unsubstantiated. Objection, leading. That'd be the worst. Ooh, I was a psychology major. Psychology
I
is
was-
fun.
international relations major.
Objection.
So, politics.
Yeah. It's funny because this is somewhat of a psychological experiment, right? Part of what interested me so much in doing this whole giveaway thing was I honestly just wanted to see what happened, how people would react, like positively, negatively, how much people would want to participate, because it's such a meme, right? It's such a negative meme. I suspect, like, over time, like, over the course of the next 2 months, as I continue to put out stuff, people are going to start to, like, buy in a little bit more, as there's doubts removed. But, yeah, I've definitely got a bunch more videos planned. I'm going to do some guides. I was going to start, I was going to start with go making stuff, but I think I'm actually going to start with some Eureka stuff. Just because that's just where I'm at most of the time.
Do you want to do Ash now that we're both like
Is
25?
Is it here? Oh, dang, you're already up to 24?
Yeah.
God.
It's taken this long to pop fucking
we pulled
Queen,
so
bro.
much trash.
That I gained 3 levels? Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. So I'm leaving. Goodbye. Fuck this place. Hate it here.
Oh my god, that is awful. That is honestly awful.
Yup. Level are these
We're
kids?
gonna out level this entire zone just trying to pop queen.
20, 27, so we should be able to do it in small groups, obviously.
Yeah, I don't see why not. This is the right. Like, if I was grinding mobs, I should be here anyways.
Yeah.
I
Go
should.
at them at like 3 or 4 at a time. Should be fine.
Yeah, I think 3 is enough. Let's see how this goes.
Here we go.
Sorry, I was in defensive. I was trying to be careful. Guess I'll just, use my mitts.
How awful for you to actually use your roll
It's the worst.
ability.
It's
You
the
know.
freaking worst. Well, we're actually
Not to
having to be a
mention
gamer.
Yeah. Well. I mean, if you want to like swap off between who has aggro, we can do that.
It's fine. You don't need to have aggro at that level.
I'm getting like 12k per for these guys.
You're gonna catch me in like 5 mobs. Alright, pull these back over here.
Swear to God, if we like do like maybe 1 or 2 pulls of these mobs and fucking
Queen's
Ash
just
Dragon
gonna-
pops,
Queen's gonna
I'm
spawn.
fine.
No.
I believe, and no one can convince me otherwise, that Queen is just on its own timer. No one can convince me otherwise.
Well,
at this
actually,
point.
we were doing research on it, and Queen doesn't block like anything.
Yeah.
So you
Just
might be
weird.
right.
And I mean, I was thinking about, because what's the lowest level one? Lord and Animos?
It's the Sabotender.
Oh, Sabotender. Yeah, but Sabotender does pop really quickly, so... I don't know, dude. Spaghetti code, I guess.
Because in Hydatos, there's nothing that blocks anything, I don't think. I mean, I don't know.
No, sir. It's just here in Pagos, or Pyros, I mean.
This one is weird.
Yeah. I think this is the one that has the most blocks. Because
This-
things are so close to each other. Like, not geographically, I mean by level.
Yeah, this one... I always say if I can get people through this zone, then, like, I can get them hooked on stuff.
Yeah.
It just hurts. Like, really what you want is for folks to finish up Animos on a Monday and then come in here with a challenge log on Tuesday and make it as quickly as possible through here. You don't want people here any longer than they have to be.
Yeah, that was always like, or at least when Kyle was dragging me through this whole thing the first time, he's like, we're gonna try and blast through this area, and I was just like, okay. He's like, yeah, it's this, like, this is where people get the saltiest about everything, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And
So-
sure enough.
Yeah, and the weird thing about it is this zone is like the one that you'll come back to if you're trying to make money.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's the bottleneck for so much of everything.
Tax in 2 minutes.
Oh my god. We've been here like been here
One
that
whole
long.
day, yeah. Day-night cycle, yes, we have.
Nothing is pop. This is what we were talking about earlier. Like when we were saying like it's just like so much harder to pop stuff over on Dynamis right now. And I
Yeah, if
don't
you're
know
not-
why.
it is easier when you have like level 20s. So like, when Kyle was over here helping us, and there was multiple other level 20s as well. The other day when we were in Anemos, like shit was popping back to back to back. But now that there's like people who aren't even prepping shit, and then us,
Yeah.
it's taking 6 billion years.
Oh, the coding? No, I mean the game. It's weird. That's just a joke. Yeah, no, the coding's fine.
The coding is fine.
It's fine. That's an old meme.
Just when you don't know how to explain anything or why things are the way they are, you just say, "Oh, it's just spaghetti code."
Spaghetti code. I just want something to pop. I don't really care what it is.
See, I was in here saying the same thing yesterday by myself, and then holy cow popped, and I was just like, I can't fucking believe.
Oh my god, that happened to me too. And
like,
I couldn't get there.
Yeah, you can't get there. It's so bad. It's so upset. It's like, man, up there, just pop something, then Cal pops, so just like, fuck it, fuck you.
And then it just sat there, no one touched it.
Yeah. But like 2 people that could actually get up there killed it. I was just like, oh, fucking Christ.
And then earlier, who was it? It was, what was it, Gav? Before you got online? Gav was in here killing a couple of the NMs, the money NMs.
Yep. That's all Pagos is good for. It's crab and Cassie, and that's it.
Be your crab, be your Cassie, and then run away. Which is so funny though, because I have so many Pagos crystals. I never have enough Pyros crystals, and I really enjoy that zone. But that zone is really stingy.
Pyros, yeah. Pyros definitely is, like Rowan was saying, it's my bottleneck as well, whenever I'm like making stabs and stuff. And I guess it's because, like, you come in twice every, like, you come in more or double the amount of times you do for Pagos, so you do Pyros. Simply if you're just doing money NMs, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but at the same time, Pyros is definitely more fun than Pagos is for farming salt.
For sure. I don't know, man. It feels like the NM rates are lowered over here. It really does. It's just not good.
I find that these like lower, like this bottom half of the map is a lot easier to pop than everything else.
Usually.
But, we're also doing a fraction of what we would usually be clearing, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, we literally did. I had to have been over 100.
Yep.
Over at Queen, right? And what are we at now here? We're at 20 something over here already.
Mhm. More than 20, I would say.
And so we typically would expect things to pop by around 30 on average.
Mhm.
So, I don't know.
Tax windows up, depending on what you want to do.
We can go back over there.
Yeah, I mean, we did kill some of the mobs earlier, so maybe it'll be a little bit nicer to come up than these than this guy.
I feel like the weather-related ones typically pop a lot faster.
Yeah. I mean, it's Cassie.
Well, the
Cassie's
problem.
up right now.
Oh god, yeah, let's do that. The elemental level doesn't really make anything go faster. For like popping things, it just you do more damage, so you're killing things faster. So in a sense, that's how it goes faster. But right now, our problem isn't actually the elemental level so much as our actual level, because these characters aren't leveled up yet.
Definitely easier to do stuff in pairs. Or like in a group, you know.
Yeah. Or the pocket healers posted up. Did toss regen on yourself.
Yo.
What's Kyle? What did Kyle say? Oh, Kyle's at work.
Yeah, he's at work.
I think what's he? Kyle's at work. Rowan went to bed for work.
Yeah.
Freaking hate it here. What's up with all of you people? Working.
He was on earlier.
Yeah,
but-
he was. No, the leveling. So there's a leveling system in here. You have to level up to 60, like for your like character level, and then you've got elemental, which I promised I would show off. That's the gear. It says elemental bonus underneath the Eureka effect, and haste. So this particular piece, the body piece, gives haste as well. There's some jewelry that also gives haste, but that elemental bonus is on gear. It's on the relic weapons as well if you do the final step, and that increases your damage dealt and reduces your damage taken. Same as your wheel, right? So if you spin your wheel to defense or offense, essentially what that armor does and the weapon, if you have that elemental, is it basically gives you like a 3 in everything. So it just adds to your wheel values for all elements. Somebody did the math on exactly how much the comparison is, but I think it was about 3 to all elements when you have all the gear. And then obviously you can spin your 1 to 5, so it's really like you've got like 8 in offense or 8 in defense or whatever.
Come on, tax him, you stinky some bitch. Come on.
And then I know you guys saw in my other character I had 5 and 2. You can have a maximum of 7. I just did not buy the extra ones. Those don't count, by the way.
Do they not? Okay.
No, they're level 25.
I'll leash him.
But yeah, you can get up to 7. You have to find like these stupid, hard to get items, or you can just buy them off the market board. That's what I always do because I don't have the patience to wait to farm 6 items. So you get the armor by you have to get a set of armor in Pyros, which is the 3rd to last zone. And then you have to upgrade that armor in the last zone, Hydatos, by giving it more items that you get from the end zone in the raid called Eureka fragments. And so you go through the last raid, Valdez in Arsenal. You get those fragments, you apply them to the armor, and then it gives you a +2 version of that armor that has elemental bonus. And then the relic weapon, the final step, also requires, what is it, 100 fragments?
Yep.
I don't know. I just buy it. I don't even look at how much it costs. I'm like, yeah, sure, give me another relic, whatever.
Oh.
So, and you get, if you do a full clear, you get like 28 fragments. So, if you clear 4 times, you get your fully upgraded relic weapon. But obviously, that's just the last step. There's a lot of steps before that. A lot of crystal grinding, a lot of light grinding.
Yeah. And then you're like, why would you put yourself through that multiple times? I don't know.
Because most of the time when you're doing it, you're just chilling with cool people like me or Talia or Rowan or whatever. And you're not really thinking, damn, I just spent literally 45 minutes killing Snow Queen placeholders for no reason because it didn't actually ever pop for me.
Nope.
Hydatos crystal rate is low. I actually spreadsheeted it all out.
You did?
Yeah, if you... What is the command in the Abba Discord?
For what?
For my spreadsheet.
Oh
Pierre
shit.
made it a command.
He did?
Yeah.
I did see it.
Yeah, he made it a command. I don't
So funny.
I don't remember what it is, but there is a command that is
At
based,
least spreadsheet.
probably, yeah, it's based off of that spreadsheet, and it shows exactly how many fates you have to do, based on the average amount of crystals that come per fate, in order to progress through each zone. And that spreadsheet also takes into account whether or not you're buying the end NM drop, right? So the Penny Flames, the Louis Ice, etc. If you're buying it with crystals, then you just have to do even more fates in order to be able to afford it. So it was actually a really thorough breakdown. And I really only made it just because I was salty because people were whining about full times. See? All you gotta do is motivate me and I can really... Finally! Our first NM. Look at the timer. We've been in here for 53 minutes. And that's the first thing that popped. That's nuts.
That's actually insane.
And we've been grinding hard too. Like, we've been just going at it the entire time. We haven't wasted any time.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy right now.
Yeah, Abba is definitely... Abby, yeah. Lax would be an understatement. Like, we don't...
To steal the words out of Kyle's mouth, he says it's the Wild West out of all of the NA data centers when it comes to BA and Eureka in general, and I couldn't agree more. It's just like everyone does their own thing, and it's just like you either adapt or you miss out, because there's none of that dictating how people play or what they want to do and when
Yeah.
that the other streamers do.
I think our data center, I think Ether is probably universally, I mean, unless you just don't like, being silly, it's the most fun data center. It absolutely is.
It is.
We probably have the worst success rate.
Oh, I'm gonna get launched.
Not really my runs. My runs
No.
have a really, really good success rate. We almost always clear, but overall, I think our data center has relatively lower clear rates. I think that that's attributable to really one thing. Number one, we have a lot of shenanigans, and newer hosts are not going to really know how to proactively avoid negative impacts from the shenanigans. And number two, we have a lot more new hosts. So I think we're more welcoming to people learning how to do this stuff.
Yep.
And so, like, yeah, Jack, you're a perfect example. Like, I think it's great that you've been posting. I think it's absolutely fantastic
It
because
was quick too.
we need people to be gotta learn that stuff. And I think on Ether, we're okay with new people learning that stuff, and we're okay with bad things happening.
Probably the most resilient of the three, or now four, when it comes to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, even when things go badly, not for, like, reasons of shenanigans, we're still able to pull through and get clears and all that, so...
Yeah, for sure. My stream's cut out a couple times. I think... So, there's a hurricane coming.
no.
And we're already getting the wind here, and it's crazy because it's not even supposed to be here for another 2.5 days. And we're already getting the wind from the hurricane now. And so...
Crazy.
Yeah. Took a botch
Bro.
clear run and turned it into a shit frag run.
So happy.
Okay. Alright. We popped something. We did it. This is crazy. Hey, I got another level. So I got 2 levels out of that.
Nice.
You got like
I'm
3 levels out of it.
like a sneeze away from 25.
Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get see if we can get demon or whatever.
Dragon?
Over here.
Yeah, it's just
0
Ether.
0%.
Ether throws you into the deep end.
0 perceps, a troll, no DPS. That's yeah. That sounds like you got the experience. But yeah, no, as long as like if you can have fun with it, then it's fine. You know, it's like whatever. Like just like we're just chilling right now. We're just vibing. Like this is an awful in farm. This is absolutely awful.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Really gross.
And but you know, whatever. Just have fun with it. It's fine. And like I think sometimes
spin your stuff.
People have trouble with knowing how to have fun with shenanigans, and they just get like obnoxious, and that's kind of the line where like sometimes I'll just like peace out. I'm just like, all right, well I'm done with this. This isn't fun.
25
Shenanigans.
Go. Shenanigans.
I really
love shenanigans.
I really just want this to pop. I think I might be done after we pop this. I don't know.
That's fine. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's almost 2 a.m. my time.
I mean, reset's gonna happen shortly.
Yeah, and if reset set happens and we're still here, we're gonna want to start.
I know,
challenge
I
log.
know, and I should probably sleep, and then just do the challenge like tomorrow.
Hopefully, Ash pops soon, and then we can call it a night.
Yeah.
And then we can be in here tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Because yeah, if we want to do this for Saturday, then we could
Get moving.
probably. Oh, yeah. We could spend tomorrow, maybe Wednesday in here. Like not all of Wednesday, like a little bit of Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not gonna grind this out like crazy after the challenge because I should be able to reflect. Hopefully, I can get out of here, and then I can just, you know,
Yeah.
start reflecting and be able to move on. But no, Jack, you're pretty laid back as far as your approach to things. I think it's healthy. I think sometimes people get unhealthy with it.
Stop drinking my coffee. Well, tea in this case. Stop.
Your cat's drinking coffee.
She's drinking my tea.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. She was drinking my coffee this morning. She waits till I'm not watching, and then she like casually strolls up to I have stuff where she can climb up to my desk.
That's funny. My
Or, like-
3-year-old does the same thing. I've told you about her going to like the store, right? And there's like Starbucks inside the store.
Yes.
She'll
yes.
like friggin' she'll wear her little fuzzy boots and like get her hair done and like friggin' we're in there and she's like
So cute.
telling me she needs her coffee and she's like, oh no, I need this kind of coffee with like, oh, make sure it's not too hot.
So funny. She's hilarious.
Freaking out of control. I'm gonna be in so
I
much trouble.
love her.
The funny thing is I can't even blame it on my wife. I'm the one that's basic, not her. Like
Uh-huh.
it's me, and that doesn't surprise you at all. Like
No, it does not.
I'm
what was that
definitely
thing that I
basic.
sent you the other day?
I don't remember.
Oh, I think it was the like the parents had bought some candy or something, and they were like trying to hide it from the kids. I forget what it was that they had said. But there was
I
one
vaguely
parent that
remember
was
this.
like, yeah, there was one parent that was like mad that they were tricking the kids, and then the other parent that was clearly instigating everything. And then
Oh yeah,
I was like, which one are you?
there we go. Oh, I'm the instigator, 100%.
Yeah.
Me and the kids getting the shenanigans all day. Let me get away from those. They're gonna spawn on top of me, and then I'm gonna have more trash to deal with.
This might kill us. I'm just putting
Ash?
it out there. Yeah.
Why?
He's got one-shot mechanics. But, you know, We'll see how we go.
Just don't stand behind him. Here, I'll stand next to you.
Yeah. Wait, doesn't he breathe bullshit as well?
I don't remember. I haven't done this one in quite a while.
If we both die, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, that's a breath.
This bullshit.
And the tail.
Oh,
Yeah.
just stay on the sides. I love how no one has said anything about the NMs popping.
They probably don't even notice because they're not even focused on it.
Yep.
So I think that, yeah, it petrifies you, and then if you're petrified, he'll one-shot you.
Yeah, the dudes come over and like smack you
Yeah.
to death.
Fine, though. Get out of that.
No.
You're fine.
You dragon.
This reminds me of like Final Fantasy XI, like Zarkabard.
Mhm. Well, I mean, I've never played 11, so I take your word for it.
Sometimes I wish they would just remaster that game. I would probably play it some. Not a lot,
Here we go.
but I would probably play it some. That game had some good music.
Oh, again.
Yeah, the box farmers are crazy. They're crazier than me. That takes a lot of doing. Oh! Alright. Did you level up?
No. I'm like 40%
Oh, you're
of the
25.
way there. Yeah. I did level up. I leveled up off tax,
Nice.
I think. Like tax and a couple mobs. But we're good.
Honored into the
Finally.
classic. Jack,
My wrist hurts.
Jack, your mom might be like my age. That's the scariest thing that I think I've said all day.
Yes, that is true.
You're-
I was about to say I could be your parent, but that is not true.
I could definitely be Jack's parent. I 100% could be. And I wouldn't have even been a young parent.
Okay.
Alright, I think I'm gonna be done. We did this for an hour. We got 2 whole NMs down.
Yeah, we're pretty good standing to get out of here pretty quickly once our challenge log was up. It's just a matter of
Yeah, I
finding
got
the right things. Right?
well, you got 10 levels, I got 9 levels. You can get probably 5 just from the challenge logs.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
Jack, I am 37 years old. I don't look that old, but yes, I'm 37 years old. I'm not that old. I'm old enough to be Jack's dad, though.
I'm 29, so you know.
All right. I think I'm gonna.
No.
Hold on. I'm gonna do something just
What?
for you. I'm gonna do something just for you.
No, fuck off.
Hold on.
No, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Oh, no, I'm doing something for you.
I never trust anything that you do for me. Because in the end, it's not really for me, it's for you.
I'm opening all of the Pagos lockboxes I just got.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Some
Love
cherry
that for you.
confetti. Demi materia. More cherry confetti. There we go.
I would actually market board the materia, by the way. It actually sells here.
Yeah, but it's only for like 5K. Like, why am I gonna... I don't even have a retainer on this... I honestly, watch this. I'm gonna go over here just to prove that I'm not joking. I literally don't even have a retainer on this character. Like, this is how pointless I find the use of the market boards.
Yeah, well.
I'm right over here. Only available on there. Oh, yeah, I'm on your world. I can't show people, but I don't have a retainer. I do not have a retainer on this account.
It's fine. Whatever.
I opened 8 Pagos boxes. It's the end times.
4 of them because that's all I got.
I
They
think.
only gave me 4 fucking.
Well, I think I got 4 earlier today because I did the bunny fate twice. I didn't actually go get the bunny. It just happened to be there while I was farming the undead that spawn around it. So I was like, why not?
Yeah. What was the highest material you could put on here? Is it 6s or
On
7s?
the highest material you can put on what?
On your Osode
6s, yeah.
Heaven's Eye. Yeah.
I don't have a chocobo either in the top. No, I do have a chocobo. I actually have I have a legacy chocobo. Ooh.
Ooh.
Fancy legacy chocobo that I literally never use.
Is that the red one?
Oh yeah, my feisty little chocobo. Yeah. I still have that quest on my bar because I haven't actually done any MSQ quests yet. So I cannot fight with my chocobo yet. So you can ride your mounts without doing this quest, but you can't summon your chocobo as a companion.
Yeah, but we don't do open world content.
Yeah.
So it's not really.
I mean,
need.
I do treasure maps, but
You're
I
not gonna be doing it on this character.
Yeah, I don't do them on this character, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Melt this shit.
All right. Wait. What did I get?
I don't know what you got.
I got a determination. Well, these are all sucky. I don't care. I'm not melding it right now. All right. Well,
Good.
it's been fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for the company.
yeah. And thanks you guys for hanging out as well. I'm going to... So, real quick, what I'm going to do is at, like, the end of every week, so I think, like, probably on Saturdays, I'm just going to pick, a couple of people. Probably by different methods that are going to get entered into the hat. My fancy hat here. For the drawing at the end of the time. So if you happen to get picked out, some of them I'm going to do random. Some of them I'll pick out by Ronan's choice. But you're guaranteed to get at least 5 million if you end up getting picked out. So you could get up to 100 million. So I'll be saying who a couple of those first folks are on Saturday. So thanks for hanging out. Have a good one.
We're coming to the stream. Goodbye.